Arizona Rattlers Arena football is brought to you by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. Cellular One, with the largest digital coverage in Arizona. Your Arizona Dodge dealers, setting the standard in product quality and customer service. The Room Store, where they put it all together and save you more at the Room Store. Fry's Foods, where they treat you like a VIP. Best Buy, now that's a great idea. Checker Auto Parts, the place to start for parts. And by U.S. West, life's better here.
It's the board game with human pinballs, Arena Football. Tonight we're coming at you from downtown Phoenix, the America West Arena, where the Rattlers host their arch rival in the West, the San Jose SaberCats. Hi again, everyone. Tom Leander back with Ed Cunningham. Happy to be back on the WB for another Rattlers game. And Ed, the Rattlers on a roll. They've won 2 in a row, courtesy of the Houston Thunderbears, who they've beaten in back-to-back weeks.
And it took overtime last week against Houston in Houston to win that game. The Thunderbears had a 36-yard field goal as time ran out, could not convert, and then Hunky Cooper makes a great interception, takes it in to give the Rattlers their second win in a row in Houston.
And how about the play of Iron Mac? Bob McMillan named the AFL's Iron Man of the Week and accounted for nearly every point the Rattlers scored in the second half.
He scored 20 points. The only thing he didn't do was kick the extra points. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdown, and a safety on the Rattlers' first sack of the season. Here we see him against San Jose in the first meeting this year between these two teams. He takes a fumble recovery in for a touchdown, and he was the AFL Iron Man of the Week last week. And with numbers like this, it's hard to argue that call.
And maybe what's most amazing about Iron Mac is the fact that he's coming off his second knee surgery, despite that having his best AFL season.
The knee injury, with today's medicine and the doctors today and everything they're coming up with, a knee injury isn't that serious anymore compared to 5, 6, 7 years ago. It's just the right moment at the right time right now for me, and Danny's got trust and belief in me right now to give me the ball, to let me run. So every time he calls my number, I just make the best of it.
So Bob McMillan looks good and healthy for the Rattlers. Also shaking back into shape is Shakes. Calvin Schexnayder missed the first 4 games with that left foot injury. He had the screw inserted, then taken out, and he's played the last 2 as he gets used to a new role with Eddie Goins, kind of a complimentary role.
Eddie Goins has had a great season so far, but what they've really been missing, the Rattlers have needed a deep threat, and I think as Calvin starts to play himself back into shape, he will become that deep threat, and the Rattlers will start to use Eddie Goins and Hunky Cooper a lot more underneath.
Well, Calvin can certainly play. Last year's AFL Offensive Player of the Year, and he talks about his new role with the Rattlers.
My first game back, which was 2 weeks ago, I was expecting some big things, and really I guess that's typical of someone who really wants to go out there and challenge himself and, be the best that he can be. As long as I continue to catch balls and get better and better as the season goes on, then I'll be satisfied with that.
Well, Shakes wasn't around last time the Rattlers and SaberCats met in San Jose, and there was a lot of whining going on near the wine country, but the Rattlers had every reason to whine in that 54-50 loss.
Last 29 seconds of the game, there were 3 calls absolutely blown by the officials. Carlos Brooks makes an incredible interception into the boards. The official said just an incomplete pass. The very next play, the officials miss a motion penalty by the outside receiver. San Jose goes to score on that play, which became the winning touchdown. And then as the Rattlers went down to try to score the last play of the game, Eddie Goins gets mugged by Tommy Jones in the back of the end zone. And as we take a look from the backside of Goins, you'll see why you and I were a little upset that the officials missed this call, as Jones nearly rips the jersey off the Eddie Goins. So it's payback time for the Rattlers here tonight against San Jose.
A little upset, eh? They were so upset the Rattlers sent that last minute of play, the tape of it, to the league office along with Ed Cunningham's commentary. Oh, Tom, on and on.
Well, they missed it. What are you going to do?
You're right, and we have tape to prove it. Hey, how about the SaberCats? They've lost 2 in a row while the Rattlers have won 2 straight, and what a gut-wrenching loss last week at Portland. They gave up 15 points in the last 50 seconds, including getting kicked in the gut with a game-winning kicked field goal by Darren Alcorn.
To make it even worse, San Jose had the ball with 4 seconds left. They fumble it away. Portland kicks a 50-yarder to win that one. So you're right, the karma has come around and bit them on the tail.
And keep your eye on Stevie Pappin, Mr. Electricity for San Jose. He's taken 4 kickoffs the distance this season.
Leads the Arena Football League in kickoff and missed field goal return yardage here against Arizona in Game 1 up in San Jose. A burst of 54 yards. A former running back, very explosive, leads the Arena Football League with over 215 all-purpose yards a game. And he is somebody who's always had a good game against Arizona. Last year in '98, he had a 290-yard all-purpose game against Arizona. So he really is the guy for Arizona to watch.
All right, forget the history, forget the whining. It's all about winning tonight. The winner of this evening's contest between the Rattlers and the SaberCats takes over first place in the Western Division. Kickoff from the America West Arena right around the corner.
Oh, you cookie!
Checker is your one-stop brake shop with a full line of D3EA certified Raybestos brake parts consistent with federal safety standards. More brands, more parts. Checker, the place to start for parts.
I quit smoking here, and it was supposed to last for the rest of my life. Turned out I needed a cigarette. Blip, and blip, 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 blip. Yeah, I blew it. But I quit again. This time for a day, no blip, and another, until now I'm getting it. It's blipping amazing.
Dad. EJ, 170 million. That's a record. Think it's going to change you?
Absolutely not. E.J. Tucker's never been about money. E.J. Tucker's never played for money, and money will not change E.J. Tucker, not one iota.
Say, is that a Bud Light?
Oh, yeah, it's last one.
Oh, yeah? Well, what do you say I give you $1 million for?
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
What do you want for that watch?
During Adventure 99, buy a Dodge Intrepid, and Dodge will give you your choice of $1,000 cash allowance or a super vacation package worth up to $1,800 at the new Universal Studios Islands of Adventure theme park in Orlando, Florida, or a vacation package at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's the adventure of a lifetime, and we have the rides to prove it. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
The Arizona Rattlers have always been known for their heart-stopping, hard-hitting football with an attitude. Now, Fry's Food and Drug Stores is giving away the Ultimate Attitude Adjustment, a one-of-a-kind Rattlers motorcycle custom-made by Titan. To enter, visit the in-store display featuring these fine products at any Valley Fry's Food and Drug Store. The Rattlers are hitting the road towards another...
Cellular One was one of the first to bring you a cell phone. We'll be the first to bring it to everyone.
Back here at the America West Arena, where the Rattlers are 3-0 in front of their home crowd in San Jose. Well, they've never won here at the America West Arena in their history. Let's check the Good Samaritan Hospital injury report. A few guys to get you updated on, including Kyle Pooler, who had surgery a week and a half ago on his hernia, so he's out another 3 to 4 weeks. Also, we have Oliver and Pahopek on the list.
It looks like Pahopek will not play tonight. Bo Kelly will go in his stead.
Good Samaritan Hospital injury report, followed by the Best Buy matchup. Best Buy, that's a great idea. And here are a couple of kickers who combined have not missed a point after this season.
And Richard DeFelice has not hit on a field goal, but really he was brought in here because of the strength of his leg. Both him and Huerta have to get the ball high off the net because the Rattlers have to deal with Steve Pappen that we talked about in the open, and the San Jose SaberCats have to deal with Hunky Cooper, two of the best return men in arena football. So it's up to these guys to get it up high off that net.
And there's Huerta, who commutes in from Las Vegas. Doesn't even work out with the team during the week, really just shows up on game night, flying in from his business in Las Vegas. That's arena football.
Well, he's got 81 kicking points on the season. He leads the Arena Football League, so It's kind of hard to argue with his system. Maybe we should start sending our kickers to Vegas during the week.
Yeah, why does he need to work out with the team? Just give me an upright, and then I'm fine.
Not one of these guys is going to rip the kickers. They're very important to this game, Tom. Very important.
No, ripping. I'm just saying he doesn't need a whole lot of help.
And I'm doing that with my tongue in my cheek.
Tonight's kickoff brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser. It's the Rattlers and their arch rival, the San Jose SaberCats. Rattlers 4-2 on the season. San Jose 4-3. Huerta deep in his end zone. In San Jose, he actually went down the runway. He doesn't have that courtesy here, and maybe he took a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Oh, no, hold on there, Carlos. We got a flag before the opening kickoff.
Well, the problem is, when you're in Vegas all week, they don't have play clocks there. So you don't realize you only have 25 seconds to kick it off. It looked like he was taking forever to boot that thing.
He looks a little frustrated. Maybe he'll take that anger out on the ball and reach the net. So here we go. Huerta with the running start. Up, and away we go from the America West Arena. Back to receive Hunky Cooper, but his foot was out of bounds. So a rough start for Huerta, who got a delay of game penalty, and then Hunky, who wasn't watching his toes.
Well, he's only got 8 toes. Remember his accident last year with the lawnmower. So it doesn't have to watch as many.
You are amazing. Game hasn't even started.
I'm sorry. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Donnie Davis, number 3 in the Arena Football League in pass rating, steps up to the line of scrimmage. His first play from scrimmage.
Really picked it up as of late. He got pulled a couple games early, but he's really playing well now.
Hunky in motion, shakes over the middle. He goes to Hunky on the crossing pattern. And hooks the cross forward for another yard. First play, first down, Rattlers. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by your Arizona Dodge dealers. Hunky Cooper with the 14-yard reception on the opening play. Flanked by Goins and Scheckschneider, Kenny, Tucker, and Henderson, the announced starting front line.
This offensive line doing a fantastic job. They've only given up 1 sack all year. That leads the Arena Football League. One thing the Rattlers have always done well is protect their quarterbacks.
Actually, it's Matt Eller on the line to begin the game with shakes on the fly. They go to Calvin, and he steps out of bounds. Becomes wallpaper, courtesy of Tommy Jones.
Becomes wallpaper. I like that.
Wait for you, bring me.
And now the San Jose defense, brought to you by those same Arizona Dodge dealers. Tommy Jones, Michael Williams, their second leading tackler out of UCLA, and Sam Hernandez, one of the top linemen in all of Arena Football.
Second all-time in career sacks. He's tied for second right now with 3 that time on the last play. Got some pressure on the legs of Donnie Davis. He's got a broken pinky on his left hand, so it'll make it a little bit more difficult for him to rush, but he's a good one.
Second down, and there's Big Mac, Iron Mac. And he bowls forward, first down yardage to the 14-yard line. Bob McMillan, 5th in the Arena Football League in rushing yards this season. 5 he's taken into the end zone.
Bob was a defensive lineman in college. He's just, it's kind of a new thing to run the ball. But look at the cutback by the 250-pound McMillan. Now, it was a very smart play. The unblocked linebacker on the backside was Shalon Baker. Shalon is 5'6", 170 pounds.
Wait, let me do
Good
the math.
vision by Bob McMillan.
255 goes Iron Mac. First and 10. Rattlers on the opening drive. Calvin with the running start. Donnie whips it, and it's batted into the air. Intercepted Shalon Baker. The ball was tipped and into the hands of Shalon Baker, that small little Mighty Mouse out there on the field who might have been overmatched by Bob McMillan, but was in the right spot for the interception.
Donnie Davis made a mistake with his eyes on that pass. There was nothing there, so he started to look exactly where he was going to throw it. There's Hernandez getting a little more pressure. But watch Donnie Davis kind of focus in. Derek Chaucheray, the linebacker, stops running, and he sees where Donnie's going to throw the ball, so he just stops rushing. He gets his hands up, knocks it into the air to his other linebacker, Shalon Baker. Nice play by Chaucheray.
Scott Wood, first play for San Jose from the line of scrimmage, and he throws it through the hand of Steve Pappen. Only the 5th interception thrown, by the way, for Donnie Davis this season. As we look at the San Jose offense, and there's Scott Wood, their quarterback, Jerry Reese, wide out along with Pappen and Baker and Derek Chaucheray, who will be part of that linebacker, fullback contingent that San Jose will throw at the Rattlers.
And if you watched the first game against San Jose, you didn't see Scott Wood. He had a prior commitment, his brother's wedding, before the last Arizona game.
He was the best man for that wedding as Cedric Walker comes up empty, diving for the interception. But Scott Wood was a late scratch. They didn't want the Rattlers to know throughout the week that they were going to go with their backup, Mark Grieve, and it was Scott Wood going off to be the best man at his brother's wedding, and he missed the game, and Grieve did not put up very impressive numbers.
I was going to say, I think maybe San Jose was trying to fool themselves that Scott Wood wasn't going to be there. Grieve was 15 of 41 on the night, so San Jose a little better at the quarterback position with Scott Wood in there.
And yet they still got the win. Just makes you scratch your head and wonder how they got the victory when a quarterback puts up numbers like that. Wood fires. Tipped into the air, and it's a souvenir. 4th down.
Scott Wood has looked a little shaky. He threw one ball late, and that ball he let float to Steve Pappen, and that allowed Cecil Doggett, the defensive leader right now for the Rattlers, to come in and knock it out of the hands of Pappen. The ball just floats a little bit, kind of a wobbly duck. Pappen was open and would have had first down yardage, but the ball just floated and was a little behind him, and he could not get up and pull that in for the first down.
Huerta attempted 7 field goals versus the Rattlers last time out in San Jose. This one from 50 yards. It has enough juice, and it's good. Carlos Huerta sticks the 50-yarder, and San Jose jumps out to the 3-0 lead. They didn't get much in the way of offense from their quarterback, Scott Wood, who went 0 for 3 on the opening drive, but Huerta, long distance, dials in from 50 yards out. Rattlers get it back around the corner.
Finding the right home is like finding the right quarterback. You look for the whole package, and that's what you get with Lennar. With a Lennar home, you begin with outstanding construction and exciting design. But then, Lennar provides these Value Plus included features. Your Lennar home comes with a Whirlpool washer, dryer, refrigerator, freezer, ceiling fans, garage door openers, and many more features that other builders may call options. Your choice of Lennar locations is in the home section of Saturday's Republic.
Did you find the perfect home today? What if you did? How can Bank of America help make it yours? Bank of America, put your life in motion. Did you start a business today? What if you did? How can Bank of America help you succeed? Bank of America, put your future in motion.
That's a scary sight right there. That is Rattlers football at its best. Every Monday night after 7 o'clock, you can join the Rattlers for dinner at Country Harvest on the southwest corner of Priest and Elliott in Tempe. That Country Harvest, eat with the Rattlers. And he hasn't missed a snake meal recently. Got
Made a few trips to the tattoo parlor, it looks like. You know, it's amazing, but San Jose players seem to always have good games against the Rattlers.
There's his son. They both have dead snake carcasses around their shoulders.
It's hard to tell that those two were father and son. They didn't look much alike.
The Jack in the Box commercials. Is that my son?
But Carlos Huerta kicked his season-long 48-yarder against the Rattlers in their first meeting. Now he kicks another season-long 50-yarder to take the lead 3-0. But we talked about Steve Pappen at the Open, how he always seems to have a career game against Arizona. San Jose always seems to step it up, and they're going to need all that help to try to get their first win ever here at America West Arena.
Huerta now 13 of 26 field goal attempts, 50% in the Arena League is awfully impressive. Hunky, little trouble handling it. He's still dancing at the 5, cuts back to the 10. Hunky still up at the 15. He's to the 20, nears midfield, and taken down there by Shalon Baker. Hunky got the heartbeats going. 30 yards on the return for Hunky Cooper, 9th in the Arena League in all-purpose yardage.
You know, it's hard to believe that it was 1993, way back then, that Hunky Cooper was the AFL MVP. He looks as good today as he did back in 1993. Lost a little weight during the offseason. Look at the quick feet. Great job by Matt Eller, sealing his man to the inside, letting Hunky get back to the outside. And Shalon Baker, if he doesn't make that tackle, Hunky takes that the distance.
Hey, look who's in motion. Cedric Walker playing a little offense for the Rattlers. Donnie Davis looking for Cedric. Now goes deep. Calvin Schexnayder tipped away. On defense there, Jerry Reese. And the ball was headed into the hands of Calvin Schexnayder, but Reese knocked it away at the final second.
Now, the reason that you see Cedric Walker in motion is because basically the Rattlers now have 2 offensive specialists with Calvin Schexnayder and Eddie Goins. So Cedric's going to have to play some offense. This ball thrown very late by Donnie Davis. He was kind of hesitant with his feet. He's kind of been bouncing in the pocket a little bit. Needs to get himself settled down because that could have very easily been his second pick on only the second possession here by the Rattlers.
So Cedric Walker, 1 play on offense, and he's replaced by number 17, Randy Gatewood. That's a little bit more comforting for Danny White and his Rattlers offense to see Gatewood there. Second leading receiver on the team. Davis goes to Gatewood. Double trouble heading to the end zone. Rattlers 6-pack. Welcome to the game, Randy Gatewood. 24-yard scoring strike from Donnie Davis.
Randy Gatewood working one-on-one with Jerry Reese. Gave him a great fake move to the outside, and that froze Reese just enough for the quick slant pattern. Remember, no safeties in the Arena League, so when you hit on that slant and you made your guy stutter step and lose a step like Reese did there, a lot of times that's going to go the distance. Great job by Randy Gatewood. A good move out of the break.
Richard DeFelice misses his first point after as a Rattler. He was 18 of 18 coming into this game and missed his first point after. So the Rattlers will have to settle for a 6-3 lead on San Jose here in the first quarter. And it was Randy Gatewood, put a saddle on him, carrying the San Jose defenders into the end zone on the touchdown pass from Donnie Davis. Rattlers leading by a triple.
Colonel, right?
Play Defeat the Dark Side. Get a game medallion and you could win one of millions of prizes instantly. Even a Star Wars speeder. Only at Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and KFC.
During Adventure 99, buy a Dodge Stratus and you'll get your choice of a $1,500 cash allowance or a vacation package worth up to $1,800 at the new Universal Studios Islands of Adventure theme park in Orlando, Florida. Or a vacation package at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's the adventure of a lifetime, and we have the rides to prove it. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Arizona's Budweiser distributors remind you to drink responsibly. Know when to say when. And I think you're going to tell me when to stop drinking the coffee.
Yeah.
Cup number 2, and we're in the first quarter.
Don't jump out of your skin, and I'll be fine.
How's that? Hopped up on the bean?
All hopped up on the bean.
So Richard DeFelice ready to kick things off as Donnie Davis looks on from the tunnel area of the Rattlers bench after his 24-yard touchdown pass to Randy Gatewood. And DeFelice a little frustrated after missing his first point after as a Rattler.
Well, let's see if he can't take the frustration out on the football, because with Steve Pappen back, you really don't want to give him a very returnable ball.
Pappen, as we mentioned at the start of the broadcast, has taken 4 kickoffs the distance all the way for a touchdown. That's number 1 in the Arena League. He did it against the Rattlers, and he cleared 54 yards in a little under 3 seconds, it appeared. Here comes Pappen, flag down. And Pappen down at the 10.
I believe they're going to get Jerry Reese for holding. He's the safety valve in case there's a funny bounce off the net that the returner cannot handle.
Our referee tonight, William McCabe, will, I'm sure, verify exactly what Ed Cunningham was
I hope he has
about.
an Irish accent.
Holding during the run back against the receiving team. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
That's the only thing you missed, is the accent.
Yeah, you know, with McCabe, you got to expect an Irish accent. Holding number 5. Jerry Reese is the up back. Oh, no,
Baker.
they got Shalon Baker.
Yep.
I saw Reese blocking on Cecil Doggett earlier, but Doggett did a nice little swim move on Baker. And Shalon could only hold on with that left arm and was called for the hold.
Scott Wood starting off that first drive, 0 of 3 passing. Mark Grebe-like numbers.
Hey, we got to let up on that guy.
And once again, a ball goes through the hands of his intended receiver, and it's Pappen.
You know, Pappen had the ball that turned it over on third down last time. Pappen should have maybe made a play on that ball, but this time it just appeared that the timing is not right for this team. Scott Wood just does not look very comfortable. Joe Birch gets a hand up late, but really not a ton of pressure on Wood. A very wobbly ball and got there early on Steve Pappen.
Was there another wedding that we didn't hear about?
Is that Grebe actually? Oh, let's lay off there.
2nd and 10. Wood, long ball to Reese, caught. Carlos Brooks brings him down at the Arizona 10. But Scott Wood threw up a floater, 36 yards, the connection to Jerry Reese.
Good pressure by Joe Birch. Oscar Sturgis comes in. Joe Birch knock him right on his keister. But hangs in long enough to throw another wobbly pass. Not getting very good spirals on, but Reese had a great post move on Carlos Brooks. Got enough separation that even though the ball was slightly underthrown, a good enough move by Reese to get under that one.
First completed pass by Wood. He's looking for number 2, and it's batted down. Pressure there by Joe Birch once again. He and Ingram over there on the left side of the line.
Perhaps Joe Birch has hopped up on the bean as well. They can't hold him back. Joe, one of the guys who was an offensive lineman at Texas Southern, was actually a third-round draft choice by the New England Patriots as an offensive lineman, and has really turned himself into a very good pass rusher. He's what we call an effort guy. He doesn't have a lot of great moves or anything, just constantly goes hard, 100 miles an hour every play.
In motion is Reese. 2nd down. Wood, a BB to Shalon Baker, touchdown San Jose. He's a little tiny target, but Shalon Baker brings in the 10-yard scoring strike from Scott Wood.
Steve Pappen and Shalon Baker make up 2 of the best all-purpose players in the Arena League. Shalon Baker missed the first 2 games of the season with a hamstring injury, and he leads the San Jose SaberCats now with 10 receiving touchdowns. So very important receiver in this San Jose bunch of receivers, but Scott Wood now starting to look a little more comfortable in that pocket.
Carlos Huerta for the point after, and he is this season 46 of 46 point afters. We talked about DeFelice coming in making 18 straight. How about Huerta, 46 in a row? But it's Shalon Baker with the touchdown reception, his 10th touchdown reception of the season, and San Jose retakes the lead. 10-6 here in the first.
I've got something to show you. I've got something to show you.
Back here at the America West Arena, San Jose on top 10-6. Want to quit smoking? Need some help? Call the Arizona Smokers Helpline, 1-800-556-6222. The call is free. The program is free. Ed, take it away.
B and Ash Kicker quit smoking. What are those guys smoking? Is that legal in this building?
I don't know. That looks like a urine test waiting to happen. There's Darren Arbett, the head coach, first-year coach of San Jose. So I guess his career record would be 4-3. That is their record this season.
Easy to do the math on that one.
Huerta kicking off, and Darryl Rogers back to receive off the soft net, but the ball gets caught up, and it's the touchback. So Darryl Rogers spelling Hunky Cooper, but wasn't able to get his mitts on it, and the Rattlers will take it from the 5.
Offensively now, watch for Danny White. One thing he likes to do, kind of get everybody settled down, go to maybe some underneath routes, start to get Donnie Davis nice and settled in the pocket. Maybe go with some fullback-type screens to Bob McMillan or Bo Kelly, or even some flanker screens to Randy Gatewood or Calvin Schexnayder.
You see Donnie's numbers there. Shalon Baker, who had that touchdown reception, also the one with the pickoff of Donnie on the tip pass. Davis, long ball, and that's holding there.
Yes,
Clifford Green, he was in trouble, and he grabbed a hold of Randy Gatewood and nearly brought him down. That was one of the more blatant holds of the season, but that was really all Clifford Green could do in order to avoid being hit with 6.
He had his arm, he had his jersey. I don't think there was anything else Clifford Green could have done but maybe fallen down and taken Randy Gatewood with him. But you know, if a guy has you beat, has a step on you as a defensive back in the Arena League with no deep help, all defensive coaches in this league teach their guys, hey, if a guy's got a step and you can reach out and grab him, do it. Because you're looking at an 8-yard penalty as opposed to a touchdown. So it's worth it to go ahead and get the penalty. Good play by Clifford Green.
Played in NFL camps with the Lions and the Bills. That's where he learned his trade of pass interference. Over the middle, and that should be number 2.
They didn't get it.
Oh, that should have been number 2. And Randy Gatewood having a nice little battle with Clifford Green.
You know, it looks like Clifford Green's running his yap more than Randy Gatewood. You know, Cliff, you're the guy who's held 2 plays in a row. Maybe you should just be lucky you didn't get called and go back to the huddle. Because you're right, Tom. The end of this play.
Oh, wow.
It was no accident why Randy Gatewood was falling down. Here, take a good look at it. Rips his right arm around the official behind the play. Very much like the play, the last play of the game, the last time these two teams met, where Eddie Goins, that backhand gets grabbed. The deep official has to see that and has to make that call.
Green and Gatewood again matched up along the near sideline. Davis, though, goes the opposite direction to Schexnayder. Flag is down as Velcro man Calvin Schexnayder makes his first reception. We'll see if it stands. Oscar Sturgis, pointing in the direction of San Jose, said it's a penalty against the SaberCats.
Well, of course he is, Tom, because if it's against him, he's got to, start arguing his case.
But look at the linemen. Those big, hefty linemen of San Jose, they're moving.
Yeah, you don't waste energy unless you know it's against you.
That's always the obvious indication.
Outside rush, number 33 on the defense. The penalty is declined. First down.
Mike Jones, who just joined the San Jose SaberCats, was called for an illegal rush. The linebackers are only allowed to rush between the guards and the centers. If they go outside of the guard, it is an illegal rush. Very strict rules on how you can rush the passer in this league because there's 4 rushers and only 4 blockers, so they're trying to protect the passer. There goes Mike Jones. He rushes to the outside of Kelvin Ingram. A good call by the officials.
So Shakes actually makes his second reception. That one going for 15 yards. Darryl Rogers, the former SaberCat, in motion. Played 3 years in San Jose. The give to Bo Kelly, Rattler's all-time leading rusher. Along the sideline for another Rattler first down.
I love the call by Danny White. Just a quick hitter to the left side. The defense was very confused. They were coming on their pass rush. Kelvin Ingram on that side is going to actually take a pass set and get his guy to rush to the outside. A nice little wrinkle. I actually talked to Danny White when he inserted that little wrinkle a couple weeks ago up in Albany because they noticed that the defensive ends were getting so far up the field. Why don't we run underneath of him? A nice little wrinkle in the running game by Danny White and his offense.
12-yard pickup by the Svelte Bo Kelly, who's been inactive most of the season. Back-to-back Bo Kelly, spin, heading to the zone, and taken down just shy at the 1-yard line. Sweet little spin move there by Bo Kelly. And Ed, he really has trimmed down.
Yes, he has. Down to about 220 pounds. And he looks kind of nifty on his feet on this one, Tom. Tommy Jones is going to come up from his cornerback spot. Look at the spin move. Leaves Tommy Jones grabbing for air, but what great hustle by Ken Talanoa, former Arizona State defensive lineman, to get downfield. If he's not hustling, that's a touchdown for Bo Kelly.
2nd and goal from the 1. Why not give it to Bo? Oh, upended by Jerry Reese. The Rattlers with their 4th rushing play, 26 yards so far on the ground, but Bo got flipped over before the goal line.
And here's why Danny White is going with the running play. Again, a good play by Jerry Reese to go low on Bo Kelly. But the Arizona Rattlers lead the AFL with 34 rushing yards per game. And the rushing defense of the San Jose SaberCats is dead last in the Arena League, giving up almost 35 yards per game. So Danny White has always liked to run the ball. They're probably going to end up running the same play, just a little fullback dive with Bo Kelly right up the middle. But watch for Arizona to run it all night.
There it is again, and Bo Kelly stuffed once again by Jerry Reese, and there's a flag in the back of the end zone, and we'll see if somebody left their territory in the San Jose defensive secondary. It fell.
Well, they ran the same play with the same result. Jerry Reese making another great tackle. Bo Kelly.
No tight end declared on the offense. That's a 3-yard penalty, but it's declined. 4th down.
Neither of the guards raised their hand to say that they were an eligible receiver. It's Oscar Sturgis and Kelvin Ingram in there right now.
Donnie Davis with the play. He's mic'd up.
Right trips, check with me. On one, ready?
They're running a check with me play. Donnie Davis will go up and he will read the defense, and in his cadence he will tell the offense what play they're going to run based on the defense he's got.
4th and goal. Donnie will keep it himself. Can Donnie get in? Yes. Rattlers in the zone. Donnie Davis stretching forward for 6 more. Back to back, the Rattlers and SaberCats go. Donnie on the keeper.
The reason Donnie Davis, remember it was a check with me play, decided to run this to the right was he knew that Bo Kelly could get out there on Jerry Reese. But you know what, Tom? He miscounted because he didn't account for Mike Jones, the linebacker, on that side. And that's why Mike Jones was able to get through. Donnie Davis very lucky to get into the end zone as Mike Jones was tackling him right at the goal line.
And time has run out here in the first quarter, so we will have to wait until the point after is attempted by Richard DeFelice. As we end the first quarter, it's the Rattlers taking the 12-10 lead on San Jose. Donnie Davis with a little extra burst of energy to get past Jonesy. Rattlers will try to make it a 3-point lead when we come back to begin the second quarter.
Right now at the Room Store, get store-wide savings and get no interest and no payments till June 2000 on every item in every room. Save on every living room, including leather and reclining. Save on every bedroom, including Bassett. Save on every dining room, including Douglas. And save on every Sealy and Simmons mattress and box spring set in every size and every firmness. Don't miss store-wide savings and get no interest and no payments till June 2000 only at the Room Store.
We put it all together and save you more at the Room Store.
Quick and easy meals begin at your neighborhood Fry's. This week with my VIP card, I saved on all kinds of fresh vegetables for a truly great garden salad. Today I'm using iceberg and romaine lettuce, some fresh tomatoes, some sliced cucumbers and chopped mushrooms, and green onions. And you've got a quick and easy summertime meal from Fry's.
There's not a store today that can take me away from my Fry's.
With the movie theater quality of a DVD player from Best Buy,
Seats 3 and 4.
you feel like you're really at a theater.
Popcorn, anyone? Is everybody comfy?
Yes.
Enjoy your movie.
And only DVD technology allows you to take your movies anywhere. DVD? Which means you can watch thousands of movie titles that Best Buy offers wherever.
Hey, don't forget to visit the snack bar, okay?
Movie theater quality anytime, any place. Now get 5 free movies with any DVD player. DVD and Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
Welcome to Cost Cutters. How can we make your hair look great today?
Is your look.
At Cost Cutters, the look you want is the look you'll get.
Is your look.
So visit Cost Cutters today and tell us, how can we make your hair look great? Cost Cutters, your look, your way.
Martin's upset when his boss hires a co-host.
I do my show the way you make love, alone.
But that was before he met his new partner.
She looks nothing like you said.
What did I say?
You said she looked like Cole in a dress.
Now Martin's thinking of cheating on Gina.
She grab the ears. You know what that means when they lock down on the ears? It's on like popcorn.
Will he be able to resist?
Pray for me.
On the next Martin.
Tonight at 11 on WB61 and Cox Cable Channel 6.
Well, while we were away, Richard DeFelice did indeed kick the point after, and the Rattlers have a 13-10 lead on San Jose as we head to the second quarter here at the America West Arena. And the Phoenix Airport Hilton is the official host hotel of the Arizona Rattlers. They give us the next 3 games, and they are all on the road.
Got to go to Tampa Bay, who beat up on Orlando today, then into Nashville, which you'll be able to see here with Tom and I, and then up to Portland. Of course, Portland pulled out that last-second victory against San Jose last week, so 3 very tough road games in a row for Arizona.
And of course, last week they were in Houston, so 4 of 5 on the road. This is their only stop at home during this 5-week stretch. Rattlers on their previous drive, 7 plays, 45 yards, and 4 minutes, 39 seconds. Of those 7 plays, 5 were on the ground. And you really pointed it out that Arizona's #1 in rushing offense, not what you would expect from former quarterback Danny White and his offense.
As we take a look at the total yards, San Jose's really struggled in the first quarter all year. They've been outscored 84-42, doubled in the first quarter. Right now 13-10, but you're right, Tom. Danny White has always liked to run the ball, but remember in the Arena League, especially when you get down inside the 10-yard line and then the linebackers become part of the pass defense more, you have to run a little more. He's always taken advantage of that. Rattlers also with 6 first downs to San Jose 1 in the first quarter. Pappen met and thrown to the mat by Cecil Doggett. Just a 9-yard return for Pappen. I guarantee you a challenge was laid down all week to the kickoff coverage team. Steve Pappen is the premier return man in the Arena Football League. I guarantee the gauntlet was thrown down and said, hey guys, we've got our hands full. Cecil Doggett, you got to play a bunch of different positions in this game. He's the best cover guy the Rattlers have, and he has to go down and cover kicks as well. Nice job by Cecil on the tackle on that very elusive man. Wood, 2 of 7 in the first quarter passing. Another lame duck, nearly intercepted by Doggett. And give a lot of credit to Steve Pappen. As Scott Wood picks himself up off the turf again. He's been knocked down several times so far in this game. But give a lot of credit to Pappen as we look at the pressure. Bob McMillan, a bunch of guys there. There's Matt Eller coming in late, but Bob McMillan doing a good job. But right there at the last second, you could see the right hand of Steve Pappen come over. He now becomes the defensive back because that ball was intercepted all the way. Nice job by Pappen. Rattlers defense credited with only 2 sacks this season, but they have put on a ton of pressure. Shalon Baker brings it in. Cecil Doggett was there at the point of contact when Shalon Baker made the connection with Wood. Big pickup for San Jose as they enter Arizona Rattler territory on the 26-yard pass play. Wood to Shalon. Great one-on-one matchup. Shalon Baker against one of the premier cover guys in the Arena League, Cecil Doggett. Doggett had great coverage on him, but Baker able to come down with that one. Again, though, Scott Wood just a little late on the throw, and that gave Doggett just the amount of time he needed to get over there and get a shot on Baker right as he was catching it. First down, and it's Baker in motion. Wood, lots of time, throws it away. Actually, the pocket did collapse at the last second. Eller and McMillan with the Rattler pressure. Rattlers came up with 2 sacks last week against Houston, their first 2 of the season, but one thing they've done all year is get in and around the quarterback. When you start falling down around somebody's feet, Scott Wood's getting very nervous in that pocket. You've got Matt Eller, 6'6", 280, falling down around your legs. Scott Wood's feet start to get a little shifty in the pocket, and maybe that is why he's starting to throw the ball late, and only 3 of 10 to start this game. That's exactly right. Maybe that's why he's 3 of 10. Those hits will take their toll. They will stop play, and Tony Henderson is down at the 20-yard line, but gets back up. He was clutching his knee and has gotten back up. We'll see what the penalty is all about.
Number 55 on the offense, 3-yard penalty, remains second down.
Sam Hernandez along the San Jose offensive line.
Hey, wait a minute. You want me to rush the passer, be one of the best rushers in the Arena League, and you want me to line up and play offense?
And get paid what?
And stay on sides? It's a lot to ask, don't you think?
Wood, by the way, has been hit 3 times and hurried twice more by the Rattler front line. McMillan up the middle. They go to the screenplay, and it's Hernandez. Maybe that's why he was in motion. Touchdown, San Jose. He was just a little jittery because they had a play designed for AFL's top lineman. Checks in as the tight end, and boy, they had the Rattlers rush coming full force, and they go to the screenplay, Sam Hernandez.
Defense very difficult. Sam Hernandez, the left guard. He lets Matt Eller go, releases underneath of him. Eller tries to knock it down, but watch the block downfield right there by Shalon Baker on Cedric Walker. A great job by Baker downfield to spring Hernandez for the touchdown.
Point after is good by Huerta, who still remains perfect. 47 of 47 this season. Sam Hernandez, 21-yard screenplay for the big lineman. He knows how to take it to the zone.
Excuse me, Wyatt?
Yes?
Can I get a bite of that Subway foot-long sandwich?
No.
Okay.
Big appetite? Go to Subway. Our footlongs are meals in themselves with your choice of meats and veggies. They're bigger than any burger.
Stop by Subway's Sunday Yard Sale. For a limited time, get 3 regular footlong subs for only $9.99 every Sunday at Subway.
Subway, the way a really big sandwich should be.
Cellular One was one of the first to bring you a cell phone. We'll be the first to bring it to everyone.
Standing ovation here at the America West Arena as he goes jogging off the field. Jason Kidd, first team All-NBA in the backcourt along with Allen Iverson. Gary Payton, his longtime buddy, second team. But Jason Kidd getting a rousing ovation from the hometown crowd. And he's not quite unsung for the Phoenix Suns. Who is unsung is Todd Shell for the Arizona Rattlers. He's a consultant this season, back in the Valley after his 4 seasons as head coach of the San Jose SaberCats, and he was able to help out the Rattlers in their preparation this week.
Well, I think it'll help him quite a bit. You know, I especially during the week, when Doug and I talked earlier in the week, I was able to give him some things that I thought you could do against San Jose, some of their weaknesses, some of their strengths, and, you know, obviously he's seen that on film, and we've played him enough times that he knows them as well, but, you know, inside of some of the players and what their weaknesses and strengths are.
So Todd Shell helping out the Rattlers this week. Had 4 years with the SaberCats, overall record of 28-28, and that first season in San Jose, he took them to the Western Division title, but now he has some new business interests here in the Valley. And watch his son Tanner play basketball at Arizona State. The kick hits some iron. Calvin Schexnayder loses it inside the 5 and falls at the 4. Wow, crazy kick. Little heavy metal kick by Huerta. Schexnayder, the backup return man, was able to grab it off
Danny White is telling the official the stands come right up against the nets there, and when it hits that and goes through and hits, you can see how much of a bounce it took off of that iron. It's supposed to be called a dead ball. Very dangerous play. Remember, when it comes off that net, it's live, and if somehow, some way, right there is where it hits the guardrail in front of those fans. Supposed to be a dead ball, but that's very dangerous for the Rattlers because if San Jose recovers, it's their ball inside the 5.
Donnie Davis with 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. A flip to Hunky Cooper. Hunky Cooper with the Rattler first down. So San Jose with their scoring screen to Sam Hernandez. The Rattlers go to Hunk.
I think Danny White says, okay, you want to run a little screen play? We can run the screen. The Rattlers have run the screen plays to receivers, to running backs. This time Hunky Cooper comes in from his slot position to get it. They've run it to fullbacks all year long. They've been very successful with the screenplay. That time able to pick up 12 yards on the play.
See Donnie's numbers. What a star he was in high school. National Player of the Year in North Carolina. His high school went 55-2 during his 4 years as their quarterback. And Donnie with the airmail. Incomplete though to Calvin Schexnayder.
Calvin unable to shake Jerry Reese at all. Makes you wonder if he is 100% healthy. If you've watched Rattler football for any of the last 3 or 4 seasons, it becomes commonplace to see Calvin beating guys down the field by 3 and 4 yards. That time, Jerry Reese was step for step with Calvin the whole way. It was almost like Donnie Davis said, you know what, Calvin? I got to at least give you a shot on the long one.
Here's Donnie with the play.
Right trick, wide loop, 50 hook, wide bench. On one, right? Get to it, get to it.
Telling Hunky Cooper to get to his route because he's probably the go-to receiver on this route.
Goins in motion. Donnie whips it. Whips it good. This shakes. First down, Arizona. Calvin Schexnayder, who last season was the AFL Offensive Player of the Year, setting 3 records on offense. 136 receptions, over 1,900 yards, and 44 touchdowns. Coming back again from that foot surgery, his 3rd game of the 1999 campaign.
Has yet to score a touchdown this year, but trust me, as he becomes more and more healthy, we'll start to see him beating those deep balls. We saw a few plays ago, Donnie Davis tried to give him a little floater up top, but he was unable to get away from Jerry Reese.
This time it's Hunky in motion to give to Iron Man. Bob McMillan, there was nothing there at first, but he was still able to gain 4 yards on the forward charge.
Shalon Baker, the weak side linebacker, blasted through. Bob McMillan, there's Baker right there trying to take out McMillan's knees, but a good job of stepping over him. When a guy goes low, you just got to keep your knees high. Remember, Bob has 2 bad knees. Both of his knees have been reconstructed. He shows no ill effects whatsoever from those knee surgeries. He's able to pick him up and put him down as well as he ever has. You know, you can talk about modern medicine all you want, but a lot of that has to go to his hard work and rehabilitation.
Davis, quick hit, shakes. Tried to shake loose from Jones, but will settle for the 7-yard pickup.
You know, his name is Calvin Schexnayder, and that's how he got the nickname Shakes. But I would like to argue, watch after the catch, how all of a sudden he throws that little shake and almost able to break away from Tommy Jones. Right there, he knows that the defensive back is coming up behind him, and he's already making the move as he makes the catch. It almost breaks that free.
Give him 8 yards on the reception, and it's 2nd and 2. Shakes on the fly. Davis, deep drop, fires, complete to Hunky Cooper along the boards, and it should be enough for a Rattler first down.
Donnie Davis really starting to get into a rhythm here, Tom. That time he was knocked down, but still able to find Hunky Cooper.
So it is a first down for the Rattlers as we are joined 7 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter by Mr. First Team All-NBA, Jason Kidd. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks for having me, Tom. How you guys doing?
We are doing very fine. Very proud to see you make first team over your guy, Gary Payton.
Well, that was, a great honor. My teammates helped me through this season, and, if anything I went in individually is also a big credit to my teammates.
Donnie Davis on first down, looking for Hunky, but it falls incomplete. How many Rattler games you been to, Jay?
This is my first.
First Rattler game?
Yes.
What do you think?
I think it's exciting. I mean, they know how to put the ball in the end zone. They know how to score points. So, I mean, it's exciting for me, and I think for the fans, and that's why they draw so well.
You know, this is not a defensive league. I don't know if you've noticed that yet, but a guy who's known for his defense around the league, I mean, can you get into a game like this with no defense?
Yeah, I mean, they try. For them, you got to give them a lot of credit because a lot of them are playing, both sides of the ball. So, they're great athletes to be able to do that. So, I think that's the key.
2nd down now for Donnie. Fake pitch. Goes the other way. It's Matt Eller. Rattlers six-pack.
They're going to get Matt Eller for throwing the ball into the stands, Tom.
See, Jason, you can't do that at a Suns game either. You're not allowed to score on a fast break dunk, throw it into the crowd, and they'll hit you here in the Arena League. But it hurts when you're a guy like Matt Eller because these guys aren't taking in a lot of cake.
Wait, hey, take a look at this. He goes in for the touchdown, and then, you know what? I'll just go for a little hurdle to show that at 280 pounds I can jump over people.
Hey, a guy that can move at that, the way he does at 280, we need him for the next Suns.
I just hope they got a shot of that up in the air. It looked like a Heisman pose. Matt Eller. So, Ed, as you said, two teams can play that way. Last time it was Sam Hernandez on the screenplay, and this time Matt Eller as they mark off the unsportsmanlike conduct, don't throw the ball into the stands penalty.
I wish we could do that in the NBA. That would be kind of fun.
You know, it probably wouldn't hurt, you know, jacking it up into the upper deck. You might get some more fans coming in and walking home with
probably
it's more for you to sign.
Collective bargaining agreement. If you look at the fine print, it says every ball you throw in is another $1,500 fine or something. It's probably in there somewhere.
David Stern would probably put it in there.
He would. He'd find a way.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't hurt as bad, but it's still the $100 fine. That doesn't make Matt feel any better.
Oh, it's not like Coach Haynes. When we take a charge, we get $100, so he gets $100 for...
You're supposed to be quiet about that. That's salary cap stuff. Is that okay?
Oh,
he just got back from his free trip to Las Vegas. So
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Or
Don
to
Nelson
Hawaii.
paid for that.
Yeah.
He stayed at Donnie's condo.
I was asking Coach Haynes where my trip was.
Point after by DeFelice is good. Lennar Holmes donates another $25 to Rattler Charities. Want to stick around a little bit?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
You got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You're staying for the duration. Jason Kidd will be back with us. 5:24 to go. Rattlers back on top of the SaberCats. How about Matt Eller? First touchdown of the season. Take it in, big fella.
During Adventure 99, Dodge will give you a great lease deal on a Dodge Ram. Or, if you buy a Dodge Dakota, get your choice of $1,000 cash allowance. Or, a great vacation package worth up to $1,800 at the new Universal Studios Islands of Adventure theme park in Orlando, Florida. Or a vacation package at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's the adventure of a lifetime, and we have the rides to prove it. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Oh, you cookie!
Checker is your one-stop brake shop with a full line of D3EA certified Revestis brake parts consistent with federal safety standards.
More brands, more parts. Checker, the place to start for parts.
It's WNBA basketball time again. The Phoenix Mercury's home opener is Monday night against the Sacramento Monarchs, 7 o'clock here at the America West Arena. Ticket information at 602-252-WNBA, or you can call Dillard's 480-503-5555. Mercury home opener on Monday here at the Purple Palace.
You know, I didn't know, Jason, that you guys have co-ed lockers here at the America West Arena. I was just in your locker room earlier watching some film. You may not want to sneak in there to try to grab some out of your locker.
Yeah, Jennifer Gillum is taking over your spot.
Knock on the door before you go in.
Well, normally in the morning we come down to work out, and you got to, kind of tiptoe in there because you don't want to run into somebody.
Right.
Once again, Jason Kidd joining us here on the WB as the Rattlers have a 20-17 lead on their arch rival, San Jose. Again, San Jose has never won here at the America West Arena. This is their 4th attempt. Steve Pappen, he's taken 4 back this season and still does not get there, and it's fumbled. Do the Rattlers have it? There is a mad scramble inside the 10-yard line. Ingram and Rogers think that the Rattlers have it, and the scrum is on.
A great play by Cecil Doggett that time. Cedric Walker came in to wrap up Pappen. And as he did so, Doggett went for the ball and was able to rip it out. It looked to me, Tom, like the Rattlers got a hold of it.
Shalon Baker does not have it. We're going to just start taking out the players who don't have it.
There's some gouging and some kicking and some scratching going on right now.
Rattlers have it.
Hey, he's not allowed to smile.
We're going to have to mark that one. I can't remember the last time.
5 minutes left in the second quarter, and Danny White's smiling.
Again, Tony Henderson coming out of the pile.
Well, the biggest guy on the bottom of the pile should always get it, so we're not giving much credit to Tony, but give a lot of credit to Cecil Doggett. He comes up on the right side of your screen. Cedric Walker wraps him up, and Cecil Doggett pulls that ball out, and then it's just a mad dash. There's no question Tony stole that from somebody.
Steve Pappen.
Nobody has
right
it.
On the bottom.
There's no way Tony Henderson has that ball right there, but he came out with it.
So the way you're built, Jason Kidd, did you ever play any football? I mean,
No.
you look like you'd be quite the free safety.
Flag football. That's as close as I got to playing football. My parents really didn't believe in football.
Yeah, it's a shame you had to pick up basketball. It hasn't been real good for you.
No, I'm still trying to work on it.
Soccer was a sport of yours,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
soccer was the first sport I played, and I think it's helped me be coordinated, using my feet and hands at the same time. Basketball is similar.
All right, Penny Hardaway, is he coming?
I would love to. If I had a vote, I would vote yes. And if they can pull that deal off.
Tom has a vote.
He's
got a direct pipeline.
Jerry's left me a couple of voicemails. I haven't gotten back to him yet.
Well, take your time. No big rush.
I think he left some area code in Italy.
Oh.
It's too much to call that far.
Yeah, I mean, why wait? Let's just wait until he gets back to the United States.
Yeah. I'll let you know, though, what we have discussed. Yeah. Second down for the Rattlers. In motion is Shakes. Donnie, deep drop, another screenplay, but this time Mr. Movie Star, Kelvin Ingram, can't take it to the show. Kelvin Ingram, by the way, Jason, is going to be in that movie On Any Given Sunday with Al Pacino and who else? Cameron Diaz is in that. He got a bit role as a football player, but boy, that was a take two here by Kelvin. He wanted that screenplay for the score.
Both teams start to abuse the screenplay, but I mean, if you're scoring every other time you throw it, keep throwing it.
All right, so Jason Kidd, offensive coordinator, what do you do?
A slant.
Oh, I like the call.
Third and goal for Don. It's a slant. Darryl Rogers slanted back the other way. It goes incomplete for the former San Jose SaberCat, who'd like nothing more than to tear up 6 on his ex-team.
Can I ask a quick question?
You certainly may.
The guy in motion, he has the ability to go as far back as he wants?
Yeah, he can run back forward to the end zone. They kind of stole it from the playbook of the Canadian Football League, which is another passing league, where the receiver, there's one receiver can be in motion towards the line of scrimmage at the snap of the ball.
All right, we're being told it's going to be a fake field goal, 23-yard attempt. DeFelice, but watch Donnie Davis on a possible fake. Instead, we've got some movement along the line. Bo Kelly and Kelvin Ingram.
Tony Henderson, of course, doing his duty of pointing at the SaberCats, saying it was them.
Who is it? Bob Packman? Who's I know we've got Donnie Davis mic, so he must be relaying the calls. Our audio man in the truck telling us that it's going to be a fake field goal. We'll see if it holds true.
For 55 on the offense, 3-yard penalty.
I mean, you might as well. You've got your starting quarterback setting the ball down.
Now the question becomes, will Danny go for a fake field goal with 10 yards to go? Jason, surprised at all with what the New York Knicks have done?
No,
Ewing goes out, Larry Johnson goes out last night.
I like the way they're playing right now because they have nothing to lose and there's no pressure on the 8th seed. And for them to be the first team to do it, I'm really happy to see them playing well right now.
DeFelice is lining up for a 25-yard kick. It's up, wide right. Clifford Green, it's live off the nets, Jason. Never blinked in arena football. He fumbles. Rattlers get it back.
Now the problem, Tom, the problem is there's going to be a penalty on Randy Gatewood for going inside 5 yards. Before the San Jose SaberCats had a chance to play the ball off the net, Randy Gatewood was inside the 5-yard line, so there will be a penalty on him.
Jason, are you totally confused right now? The ball goes off the net, it's live, a guy's inside of 5 yards. There's a lot of new rules in this game for a rookie like you, a rookie Arena Football League fan.
With a 5-yard violation on the kicking
Has the
team.
referee laughing.
3-yard penalty.
Definitely, I'm a rookie. It was almost like he missed a jump shot. And that was a rebound, and he was about to take it back before a fast break. I guess that's the simple.
You know what that was? That was a loose ball foul.
Oh, okay.
Basically is what that comes down to.
Okay.
San Jose has the right to the ball first. You get inside 5 yards, it's a loose ball foul.
You know, you've seen pretty much everything here in the last 3 minutes. You're going to be an expert after this. You know, if Ed's busy, we got Jace all lined up.
We'll get you a rule book. And after the fourth quarter come by, we'll have a quiz.
Okay.
Give me a highlighter.
The tricky part, Jason, is you've got a 50-yard field, 8-yard end zone, trying to add up the distance of field goals. It's not as easy in the NFL.
Oh, no.
You've got an 8-yard end zone.
Especially for a guy like Tom.
Oh, yeah, not a math major. Not this guy.
Majored in home economics.
I rely on Dave Griffin over here.
That's not a bad guy to rely on.
How about that? A plug for our guy, Griff. Coming from Mr. All-NBA. It doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, but he's just playing the politics games because he's sitting up here with us.
Yeah, and because Griff breaks down Suns tape during the season.
Oh, yeah.
He's in charge of the plus-minus. Sharon Baker takes a little punishment from Randy Gatewood, but it's a San Jose completion. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Once again, we're joined here by Jason Kidd. Watching this first half action of the Rattlers and SaberCats. Arizona leading by 3 here in the second quarter.
Now, do you get it like first down like regular football?
Yeah, it's 10 yards just like normal football.
And you can get as many as you want. You can't possibly in a short field.
Right.
But as you can see, there's not a lot of help back in the defensive secondary, and that's where Wood is aiming. Oh. Pass deflected up in the air and caught by Kyle Gary. I'm telling you, once you sat down, Jason,
don't leave.
Broke loose.
Don't leave, because we're having a lot of fun with all this going on. Cecil Doggett makes an incredible break on the football. Scott Wood has been delivering the ball late all night, and he almost pays for it here. But the luck of the Irish, I don't know if Wood's Irish or not, but he got a lot of luck here because Doggett does a great job knocking it away from Baker, but Kyle Gary, again, I know Gary's not Irish, but he gets a nice break there. Look at the break on the ball by Doggett. Gets in perfect timing. Gets a forearm on the ball, but Kyle Gary able to haul that in for the first down.
That's why Cecil is 5th in the AFL in passes defended. That's pass breakups along with interceptions. Perfect timing there. Unfortunately for the Rattlers, Kyle Gary winds up the reception and a San Jose first down.
Playing defensive back in the Arena League is a lot like trying to guard a guy like Michael Jordan. You got to have a real short-term memory. Just forget about the bad plays because there's going to be plenty of them.
Yeah, you're out there on the island by yourself.
Yep.
1 minute to go. San Jose, Wood, airmails one to Pappen, and look at Dogman. Cecil Doggett. Pappen had it in his hands, and Doggett literally ripped it out of his hands. Flag is down in the San Jose backfield.
Number 75 on the defense.
Joe Birch.
I told you he was hopped up on the bean, Tom. He's got too much caffeine coursing through those veins. What a shame that the Rattlers have to get called for that penalty because Cecil Doggett, what was the term you used earlier? Made Steve Pappen into wallpaper. Slammed him into the boards. Again, the ball is thrown late, very wobbly and high by Scott Wood. Tough Tenactin just took a shot right in the chop.
That was a little drywall there, a little patch and paint. Pettiholm backing up and thrown down for a loss by a horde of Rattlers. Joe Birch, Oscar Sturgis, Randy Gatewood, and a host of others sending Tom Pettiholm back toward midfield.
Tom, this play got uglier and uglier as it went on. At that time, Pettiholm's got nowhere to go, so I'm going to try to spin out and make something happen. He should have maybe just taken the 1 yard loss instead of the 4 yard loss.
Hey, Jace, what are you doing this offseason? I know you're going to be heading to Orlando. You have the World Championships coming up in San Juan. You guys will get together for a little training camp. When's that going to be?
July 5th, we take off for Orlando, and we spend a week together to get to know each other. I think it won't take long.
Disney World?
Disney World will be on. Yeah,
it's a small world.
Small world.
That's a good place to build team chemistry.
Yeah, so it'll be almost like a circus for a week, and then we head to beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico, and qualify. You know, this is probably the first time that the United States basketball team has been put in this position to qualify before going to the Olympics.
Now, are you all guaranteed of a spot in the Olympics then in Australia pretty much?
Yes. We signed a contract for 2 years, so I'm really excited that my next 2 summers will be busy with, representing my country because it's a dream come true to be able to play for the gold medal.
Now, there's still a spot or two left. Is Shackinen finally joined the team? That's one name that's out there that he says he's not going to play. He says he's been disrespected, but boy, that'd be quite a little addition to the team.
Well, I think Shaq and Grant Hill will be the 2 guys that will join us come next summer because Grant is getting married this summer. He couldn't make it. And we all understand that. But I think, the biggest thing is those 2 guys will probably be added. I'm not the coach or I'm not the general manager, but I think those 2 will be added for next year's team.
Wait, getting married's an excuse?
Hey, we know who's running the show there. Wood pressured by McMillan. McMillan with his second sack of the season. to Scott Wood. McMillan actually had a sack and a half last week against Houston. Give him one more.
This time, credit Joe Birch with a half of that sack, though. He took out the center who was trying to slide over to pick up Bob McMillan. Bob roamed free. Right there, took out the knees of Curtis McFarland, Joe Birch did, and that allowed Bob McMillan to come absolutely free around to the outside. And you're right, that's 2.5 sacks on the season for Bobby.
And I'll tell you what, the San Jose offense is backpedaling. After the thrown loss by Petahome and now the sack by McMillan, they are all the way back to the 23-yard line.
Don't worry, the officials will probably give him another break and move him up or something. They'll find a reason to give him some positive yards here in a minute.
So,
will the Olympics in Australia conflict at all with training camp or anything? Because I know the Summer Olympics are going to be really in the fall.
Yes, they'll be the last 2 weeks of September, so it'll be right before training camp starts. So it's almost a blessing because you'll be ready to come in and be in shape.
Scott Wood flushed out, intercepted Randy Gatewood. Randy Gatewood has stepped out of bounds. And that is Randy Gatewood's first interception of the season. He is the Rattlers' all-time leader in INTs, but that's his first of the 1999 season.
He had 5 interceptions back in '97 when he was first team All-Arena Football League. But Scott Wood has finally paid the price for being late on every throw. You cannot be late on an out route. Randy Gatewood is squatting, waiting for Woods, flushed out of the pocket again by Joe Birch. What a tremendous game by number 75. But you just can't throw the out route late. That time he was looking for Kyle Gary. And this time Scott Wood pays with the INT to Randy Gatewood.
I think as we look back on the tape, too, we'll hear Jason Kidd call that. You saw that INT transpiring. 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 2, and the Rattlers holding on to their 3-point lead. Donnie rolls to his left, flag is down, throws the opposite direction, and McMillan in and out of his hands, but again, flag down on the play.
I liked how you played the politics game about going into training camp ready.
Yes.
You mean you're going to go into training camp dead tired, your knee sore, probably have a sprained ankle going in.
Well, as a veteran, you kind of can get away with those type of things. The first couple of days, Coach James won't work this hard, but coming out the last 2 weeks, you want to make sure you're physically ready and mentally ready. So I'm going to use the Olympics as a gear to get ready because I want to win a world championship.
Be awfully interesting to see all the great players that will be there in the Olympics, knowing that you guys are a few weeks away from competing against each other,
right?
On a nightly basis. It'll be interesting to see kind of the dynamic that comes out of that.
Well, I think the biggest thing is we'll tease each other, that when I come to your city that I'm gonna, do the same thing that I'm doing to you now, or vice versa, that you hope that he doesn't come to my city, or he's tired, or he's hurt because he lit me, he treated me bad during the week of practice. So we give each other a hard time, but it all comes down to having fun.
I don't know if you ever read the article. Michael Jordan to this day still says the greatest game he ever played in was actually one of the games they played in training camp getting ready for the Olympics in Dream Team number 1, as Hunky Cooper and Michael Williams get tangled up. But Michael Jordan said it was a great game. Chuck Daly threw the ball out there, and it was Michael's team against Magic Johnson's team, and they had at it for an hour. And Michael Jordan recounts that as one of the greatest games because it really was a battle of pride. And, of course, MJ's team came out on top, too, which is why it's a great memory for him.
Yeah, well, if he would have lost, he probably would have never talked about
exactly.
it. But you're right. You got 12 of the best players in the world going to represent their country, the United States. And I think, when we have to practice against each other, we're going to give each other a heck. But when it comes down to it, it's always fun.
Donnie whips it good to Shakes. And Calvin gets inside the 20-yard line with 15 seconds to go. So the Rattlers will try to punch it into the end zone, or at the very least, move up an inch closer to the goal line for Richard DeFelice to end the first half.
Look for Danny White to try to punch this into the end zone. DeFelice was brought in for the strength of his leg, not his accuracy. He's 0 for 5 on field goals so far this season. Good job by Calvin getting out of bounds as soon as he got as many yards as he could to stop the clock.
So again, 15 seconds left to go here in the first half. Danny White's Rattlers on top by 3 over San Jose, and it's Schexnayder on the fly. Donnie lobs it to Calvin. Jump ball out of the end zone. And it will be 4th down now for the Rattlers. And decision time for Danny White.
Yes, it is.
Still a lot of time. Jason Kidd, in 10 seconds, a lot can happen in the Arena Football League. The Rattlers could still try and move ahead, get a couple quick plays in here in the final 10 seconds.
Let's not blame all the field goal woes on Richard DeFelice, though. Coming into this game, combined, the Rattlers kickers, they've gone through 3 so far this year. They are 1 of 10. And you know what? You might want to look for another fake try. They didn't get to try it last time out.
They will fake it. So says our truck. Yes, indeed, Donnie Davis. Donnie Davis heading to the end zone. Donnie Davis falls at the 2-yard line. 4 seconds to go. Oh, credit to guys in the truck. Isn't it nice to have a wireless mic on the quarterback? Way to go. Dan Siegman, Scott Rogers, and I believe, isn't that Bob Pockman in audio? Is that Bobby back there?
Randy Gatewood is the up back, gets downfield, a nice block, picking his guy out. Donnie Davis gets as much as he can and then gets out of bounds wisely because the clock would have run out. If Donnie had not gone out of bounds, although the Rattlers have a timeout, I don't think he would have been able to call it in time.
637 man, let's go.
Couldn't quite hear the play that Danny White called. Let's see if we can hear it here.
Wax right, X loop, pitch 37 man. On one, right? Get in there, Bob.
So this could be the final play of the half. 2 yards from Pater. Chick Snyder in motion. Donnie pitches to Big Mac. Here comes Iron Mac into the end zone. Iron Mac with the Rattlers 6-pack to end the first half. This is a little different crowd here too, Jason. As you look into the stands and see these celebrating Rattler fans, they are cheering on Iron Mac 2-yard touchdown burst.
Toss sweep into the strong side of the formation so that all the defensive backs have wide receivers in their face. McMillan finds his seam and takes all 255 pounds into the end zone.
DeFelice on to the point after. Last play of the first half. Give it to him. And Lennar Holmes donates another $25 to Rattler Charities. And by the way, Jason, you can invoice Dan Siegman, our director, for your role here as our color analyst. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks a lot for having me, Tom and Ed. I really appreciate it.
All right, have a good time at the World Championships this summer.
Thank you.
All right, Jason Kidd joining us here on the WB. The Rattlers head to the locker room on top of the SaberCats, 27-17. Our halftime show and highlights coming your way on the WB.
I just got one of those new websites.
You sell bait. Why do you need a website?
Well, it gives folks a chance to check out our different lures, flies, and tackle.
You still sell worms, don't you?
30 different kinds. You know, US West Decks built my website and then drives customers to it with a link from the uswestdecks.com Internet Yellow Pages.
Nice boat. You just get it?
Yeah, pulled in some new business.
Now we have even more tools to build your business. US West Decks.
Yeah, folks, there's some turbulence reported ahead. We're going to climb to 30,000 feet.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Uh-oh.
Make it a Bud Light.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to return to your seat.
I've got something to show you. I've got something to show you.
For a delicious meal ready to eat, shop the deli at Fry's. Hot and cold entrees, fresh salads, barbecued chicken, Mexican food, and more. You can also order a big sub sandwich or try a crowd-pleasing party tray of buffalo wings, cold cuts, fresh veggies, fruits, or cheeses. And don't forget the desserts. Fry's Deli. We make delicious food convenient for you.
There's not a store today that can take me away
WB61 Rattler's Tale with Eddie Goins.
Arena football is a full-speed, adrenaline rush loaded with offensive explosion. The Arena League.
If the team can't score, they can't win. It's still the same. The defense doesn't win championships. And I can't believe you asked me that question.
It's that one key possession that Rattlers must stop their opponent. That's the moment guys like Cedric Walker and Cecil Doggett live for. Just as defensive coordinator Doug Kay.
Well, certainly satisfaction, because as you well know,
And his crew take a lot of pride in their work on the field. The Rattlers have one of the very best defensive units in the league, which takes pressure off the offense to carry the whole load.
when we talk about games, we talk about possessions. So every possession is so valuable.
The Hunky Coopers, the Eddie Goins, they make our job much easier because if you give up a touchdown, you know, a kickoff return, you know, that wipes that out.
Key injuries to the defense proved to be the Rattlers' Achilles heel in last year's playoffs. Losing valuable guys like Cedric Walker, Bob McMillan, Bo Kelly, Joe Birch, Jamie Washell, and Randy Gatewood to injuries, and Oscar Sturgis to the NFL definitely cost Arizona a chance to repeat as Arena Bowl champs.
I haven't got back to the form that, you know, knocking people out, but before this year's over with, I will. The injuries last year killed us because people were coming into the game and didn't really understand the meaning of arena football. It's a different game out there, so but now everybody's healthy, and if we stay healthy, we got a great chance to make a run.
It's safe to say, if the Rattlers' unsung heroes can stay healthy, another Arena Bowl trophy is definitely within reach. That's your Rattler's Tale. I'm Eddie Goins.
That's your WB61 Rattler's Tale with Eddie Goins.
I quit smoking here, and it was supposed to last for the rest of my life. Turned out I needed a cigarette, blip, and blip, 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 blip. Yeah, I blew it. But I quit again, this time for a day, no blip. And another, until now, I'm getting it. It's blipping amazing.
Welcome to Cost Cutters. How can we make your hair look great today?
It's your look.
At Cost Cutters, the look you want is the look you'll get.
It's your look.
So visit Cost Cutters today and tell us, how can we make your hair look great? Cost Cutters, your look, your way.
Your great-grandfather started this business with a handsaw. Now, your grandfather expanded it with a drill. And I, your father, I used the nail gun. So, what are you going to do?
Develop an innovative sales program using the internet to get new customers.
What?
US West Dex built our website and then drives customers to it with an ad in the Dex Yellow Pages.
Your grandfathers would be proud.
Now we have even more tools to build your business. US West Dex.
Okay, guys.
Did you start a new job today? What if you did? How can Bank of America help you make the most of it?
This is the great one, man. Okay, fine.
Bank of America. Put your life in motion. What did your money do today? At today's closing bell, over 480 million shares changed hands. Did your money play a part? Bank of America. Put your money in motion.
Rattlers on top of the San Jose SaberCats 27-17 here at the half. Tom Leander back with Ed Cunningham, and we're a little lonely up here. Jason Kidd has left us, but we put him to work pretty well. It's always fun to see a novice watching an Arena Football League game. I think he learned quite a bit in that first half because it had a little bit of everything.
Well, the thing I liked was when he was here, all the crazy things that went on. Batted balls being caught by the same team. There's a lot of wild things for him to see.
It was 13-10 Rattlers at the end of the first quarter, and they go off 27-17. We have not really seen the quarterbacks go off. Scott Wood has been a little shaky in the first half. Again, we saw Mark Green first time out for San Jose. He didn't put up much in the way of numbers, and Scott Wood struggling, though he did have 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah, Donnie Davis was struggling early on in the game. He couldn't set his feet. Came back in the second quarter, played much better. That interception happened early in the first quarter, but Scott Wood has struggled the entire half. Threw a lot of balls late, high into the outside. The interception late to Randy Gatewood, a pass that he never should have thrown.
That's your Room Store quarterback comparison. Room Store, they put it all together and save you more at the Room Store. How about the Gila River Casinos halftime stats? Gila River Casinos, Arizona's biggest and best.
When you look at the statistics at halftime, you would think that the Rattlers would have a bigger lead than just 10 points. Rushing yardage for San Jose, -3 yards. 48 yards for Arizona. They're going against the worst rushing defense in San Jose in the Arena Football League. Danny White has come out and really pounded Bob McMillan at San Jose, and it's paid off with 4 touchdowns on 6 possessions in the first half for Arizona.
You know, it's amazing. Sometimes the homework does pay off, Ed, because we did say during the broadcast that the Rattlers were number one.
You got a mouse in your pocket?
Ed said that the Rattlers were number 1 in rushing and San Jose last in rushing defense, and it proved to be true.
Yeah, that's one thing that I think we'll see a lot more in the second half. Go in with a 10-point lead. Danny White will come out and really start to pound Bob McMillan and Bo Kelly at San Jose.
All right, let's take a break. We'll take a look at some of the first half highlights in case you missed it here on the WB, where the Rattlers lead San Jose by 10 at the break.
During Adventure 99, Dodge will give you a great lease deal on a Dodge Ram. Or, if you buy a Dodge Dakota, get your choice of a $1,000 cash allowance. Or, a great vacation package worth up to $1,800 at the new Universal Studios Islands of Adventure theme park in Orlando, Florida. Or a vacation package at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's the adventure of a lifetime, and we have the rides to prove it. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
With the movie theater quality of a DVD player from Best Buy, you feel like you're really at a theater.
Popcorn, anyone? Is everybody comfy?
Yes.
Enjoy your movie.
Right. And only DVD technology allows you to take your movies anywhere. DVD? Which means you can watch thousands of movie titles that Best Buy offers wherever.
Hey, don't forget to visit the snack bar, okay?
Movie theater quality anytime, any place. Now get 5 free movies with any DVD player. DVD and Best Buy. Now that's a great idea.
Oh, you cookie!
Checker is your one-stop brake shop with a full line of D3EA certified Raybestos brake parts consistent with federal safety standards.
More brands, more parts. Checker, the place to start for parts.
An innocent drink.
I'm not feeling good.
A despicable act.
She was raped by several assailants.
And a deadly overdose.
I think it's a rapist again. And now it's murder.
All point to one thing.
The date rape drug. All the victims black out.
Can Walker save a shattered girl?
I'm going to catch these guys.
From a gang of rapists.
I don't have enough evidence to arrest you, but I will.
Come on next.
Kill the girl. They got no case at all.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Tonight at 10 on WB61 and Cox Cable Channel 6.
Rattlers by a 10 spot at the half, 27-17 over San Jose. Let's take a look at our WB61 fantastic plays of the first half. 3-0, San Jose had the lead when Donnie Davis goes to double trouble Randy Gatewood.
Quick slant play. Jerry Reese got beat on the inside move by Randy Gatewood. He took it in for 6.
Scott Wood looking for the mighty mite, Shalon Baker.
Shalon Baker missed the first 2 games of the year with a hammy. He's back strong. He leads San Jose with 10 receiving touchdowns on the year.
It was 13-10 Rattlers after the first quarter. How about a little screenplay to one of the top linemen in arena football, Sam Hernandez?
Yeah, but the reason Hernandez is one of the top linemen is because how he rushes the passer, not how he receives the ball. A nice play by San Jose.
And how about the play of Bob McMillan of late, coming up with yet another sack.
2.5 on the year for Bob McMillan, but credit Joe Birch. He did a good job taking out Curtis McFarland, the center's knees. Bob McMillan came free on the outside for the sack.
He throws him down, then he takes it in.
Well, you know, if he's going to get you the ball back, you might as well let him take it in. This was with 4 seconds left in the half. Toss sweep to Bob McMillan for 6.
Arizona Rattlers leading San Jose 27-17. Jamana and Jason Kidd in the crowd tonight at the America West Arena. Back with the second half right after this on the WB.
I've got something to show you. I've got something to show you.
During Adventure 99, buy a Dodge Intrepid, and Dodge will give you your choice of $1,000 cash allowance or a super vacation package worth up to $1,800 at the new Universal Studios Islands of Adventure theme park in Orlando, Florida, or a vacation package at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's the adventure of a lifetime, and we have the rides to prove it. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Welcome to Cost Cutters. How can we make your hair look great today?
It's your look.
At Cost Cutters, the look you want is the look you'll get.
It's your look.
So visit Cost Cutters today and tell us, how can we make your hair look great? Cost Cutters, your look, your way.
You're a real colonel, right?
Play Defeat the Dark Side. Get a game medallion and you could win one of millions of prizes instantly. Even a Star Wars speeder. Only at Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and KFC.
The WB61 Kids Correspondent. Brought to you by the Arizona Tobacco Education Prevention Program.
Hi, I'm Ariana from Kids Club 61, and my question is for Tony Henderson. Tony, last year in a running play, you got knocked over the boards and into the stands. What happened in the play, and how did it feel?
Thanks, Ariana, for the question. To talk about last year against Grand Rapids, Coach White dressed 2 fullbacks. I was one of the linemen, and they told me during pregame that one of the fullbacks got hurt had to go to fullback. So late in the game, I go to fullback. We were just trying to run out the clock. It was pitch 37 to the left side. I'm running out there just trying to stay in bounds to get a couple yards, keep the clock running. And the guy got up under me, got me over the boards. Somebody took the ball from me, got a beer poured on me, and everybody laughed at me next day when we watched the film, but that happened. At least I got the ball.
The WB61 Kids Correspondent, brought to you by the Arizona Tobacco Education Prevention Program. Tony Henderson going over the boards in Grand Rapids. We saw just about everything else here in the first half. Ed Cunningham, as the Rattlers have a 10-point lead heading to the third quarter. Tony Henderson, I don't think he's going to see any time at fullback tonight, though. We're pretty well stocked with Bo Kelly and Bob McMillan on hand.
Well, knock on wood, Matt Anderson, the trainer last year, was the busiest man in all of Phoenix. Had about 5 guys go out with season-ending injuries. 2 of them were fullbacks. That's why Tony Henderson had to go in as a fullback against Grand Rapids. He actually ended up having a pretty good game. Rushed for 27 yards on 5 carries. You would expect the lineman to run pretty hard, though. If you say, hey, guess what, Tony? You get to play fullback in the second half. Really? Oh, you're joking, right, Coach?
Steve Felice gets things started here in the second half. High off the net, into the hands of Pappen. Pappen puts a knee down and is swarmed on at the 11-yard line. Joe Birch on top of him, along with Bob McMillan and others. 16-yard return for Stevie Pappen.
Great job by the Rattlers coverage so far tonight. Steve Pappen, the most dangerous return man in the Arena Football League with 4 touchdowns on kickoff returns. But Joe Birch had himself a great first half. He needs to keep that energy level up through the second half. Very difficult when you're a big guy. You have to go both ways. But he was a terror up front for Arizona in the first half.
And this San Jose offense has really been struggling. Their last 2 games, they have not even reached 40 points. They have 17 in the first half here tonight. Shalon Baker goes airborne for that first down reception, and he's taken down just shy of midfield.
And guess what? Scott Woods lifting himself off the turf thanks to Bob McMillan and Joe Birch again. Here comes Bob McMillan rushing on Chachere. Joe Birch gets tackled basically from McFarland, and they do the sandwich crunch on Scott Wood. He's got to be getting sick of this, Tom. He was able to get that ball off to Baker for the first down, though.
You're right, he's sick of it. That's the 5th hit, and the 5th time he's been taken down to the carpet. 1st and 10. Pappen in motion. They'll hand it to Pappen, the team's leading rusher. And he's thrown to the boards there by Cedric Walker. So Steve Pappen, team's leading receiver and leading rusher. We've already talked about the fact that he leads the league in 4 kickoff returns for touchdowns.
It's not very unusual to see Pappen running with the ball. He was a running back, an All-American running back at Portland State, and he also played running back in the World League. So it's actually a little unusual for him to line up as a receiver. More comfortable for him to take the ball in the backfield.
And another thing, he was a big high school star back in San Jose. Nothing like shining in your hometown. Baker on the fly, 2nd and 4. Wood whips it, tipped away. Cecil Doggett, who else? He is absolutely sensational in the defensive secondary for the Rattlers.
You know, Tom, a bunch of guys are possibly having their best games as Rattlers this year, and one of them is number 6, Cecil Doggett. He has played these receivers from San Jose like drums. Read the route from Shalon Baker, came underneath of it, and stretches all 5'9" of his body out, does Cecil Doggett, to knock that away. What a great play by number 6.
That's why he spent time with, among others, the Chargers, the Jets, the Cowboys, and the Bills of the NFL. Fumble, Bob McMillan's on it. Give it to the Rattlers. Can Bob McMillan do anything else? I mean, sure, he didn't do a whole lot on that play except fall on it, but boy, he is in the right spot at the right time. Just a bad exchange by San Jose.
Curtis McFarland, the center, snapped it early. Scott Wood was not ready for the ball, was still calling out his audible when the ball was snapped, wasn't ready for it to come into his hands. And you're right, Bob McMillan, who was already coming on his rush from his rush linebacker spot, found a little present at his feet.
3rd turnover tonight by the SaberCats. Donnie Davis and the Rattlers offense takes over. Eddie Goins split out wide right. He did not catch a ball in the first half. Schexnayder in motion had 5. Donnie Davis, airmail, Goins wide open. He is going into the end zone, Eddie Goins.
And it sounds like Jeff Munn, the PA announcer, has stolen your moniker for Eddie Goins.
I just didn't get my trademark in early enough.
No, you didn't.
I should have been like Pat Riley, get it in early.
Michael Williams and Jerry Reese somehow, some way got tangled up on the right side of the field. They were trying to figure out who was going to cover Eddie, and both of them ended up flat on their face. And you know, if you're only going to have 1 catch on the night, he had none in the first half, it might as well be a spectacular touchdown.
A 26-yard touchdown reception, DeFelice. On the way for the point after, and $25 to Rattler Charities, courtesy Lennar Homes. So Eddie Goins, the big goose egg in the first half, no receptions, but he was the man, the target for Donnie Davis to get things started here in the second half, and the Rattlers have stretched their lead over San Jose, 34-17, doubling up on them.
Did you find the perfect home today? What if you did? How can Bank of America help make it yours? Bank of America, put your life in motion. Did you start a business today? What if you did? How can Bank of America help you succeed? Bank of America. Put your future in motion.
The Arizona Rattlers have always been known for their heart-stopping, hard-hitting football with an attitude. Now, Fry's Food and Drug Stores is giving away the Ultimate Attitude Adjustment, a one-of-a-kind Rattlers motorcycle custom-made by Titan. To enter, visit the in-store display featuring these fine products at any Valley Fry's Food and Drug Store. The Rattlers are hitting the road towards
Fresh off that Eddie Goins touchdown reception. Rattlers on top 34-17. Here to begin the third quarter, and we're joined by Vice President Gene Nudo of the Arizona Rattlers. A familiar face.
Very similar profile to Jason Kidd. Kind of svelte, good looking.
I'll tell you what, he's got more athleticism in his pinky than I had in my whole body.
and your W2s are a little different, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot. Hey, but listen, if the Colangelos are listening, I can always use more.
Yeah, get that plug in.
Hey, we got to keep you around. There's far too many franchises coming in and that are knocking on your door. I know that's the case.
Arizona's a great place. Why would anybody want to go anywhere but here?
Well, it's going to be 106 tomorrow, 107 Monday. There's 107 reasons every day during the summer why I live in Los Angeles.
Exactly. There's another seat left on that plane to Manhattan tomorrow.
If this game goes the way it's going, okay, you can find me in my pool with a big cigar sticking out of my mouth.
Right. You know, Gino, talking earlier tonight, Tom and I were talking, this team really kind of needed a breakout game. They needed some guys to step up. You're starting to get that tonight against San Jose.
Well, I mean, this is a very personal game for us because we really felt like we did everything but win the game, and we had a few things go against us that if we had taken care of business ourselves, it wouldn't have been a problem. But it was determined by outside sources, and we get a chance to even it up tonight.
Stevie Pappen on the return. Boy, he is fast. Flag is down. Pappen is down at the 12. But boy, he just gets those motors running.
You know, you guys have had some guys go from this team into the NFL. Why is a guy like Steve Pappen not getting?
Number 7 on the return team. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
Shalon Baker called for the hold, but a guy like Steve Pappen, I mean, explosiveness like that, you got to think somebody in the NFL's got to give him a shot at some point.
Well, he's got such quick feet. You know, I keep looking at him and thinking what a great halfback he would be. You know, most of the receivers, him and Baker, really, they're halfbacks converted into receivers. They're not great route runners, and that's why we're able to cover them a little better down the field. But, I mean, the kid is so explosive.
Will that alliance with the NFL create more opportunities for these players?
I don't think so. I think our league is an entity unto itself.
Scott Wood airmailing one to Shalon Baker. Flag is down, and Baker's into the end zone. The flag is down in the vicinity of Cecil Doggett, who is covering Reese. And Shalon Baker was on the fly, took in the touchdown pass, if it stands.
Excuse me, Tom. Cecil Doggett.
Number 6 on the defense. The penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Cecil Doggett made contact more than 5 yards down the field, but there we see Eddie Goins out covering. Gino, there's the illegal chuck by Cecil Doggett about 11 yards downfield. Is that because now basically you have 2 offensive specialists with Goins and Calvin Shake-Snyder back?
Yeah, Eddie's making that transition now to the two-way. He's done a good job in practice. Obviously, he got his feet put to the fire in his first play out there tonight. It was a great throw and catch.
Huerta has not missed a point after all season. He's actually eyeing the AFL record by Steve Viditek. And Huerta is still perfect on point afters. Viditek hit 62 in a row back in 1997. Huerta now 48 of 48. 10.5 to go here in the third quarter. And San Jose, courtesy the Wood to Baker hookup, torching Mr. Goins. Back in it, down by 10.
I quit smoking here, and it was supposed to last for the rest of my life. Turned out I needed a cigarette, blip, and blip, 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 blip. Yeah, I blew it. But I quit again. This time for a day, no blip, and another, until now I'm getting it. It's blipping amazing.
Checker is your one-stop brake shop with a full line of D3 EA certified Raybestos brake parts consistent with federal safety standards.
More brands, more parts. Checker, the place to start for parts.
Well, we just saw Shalon Baker with his second touchdown catch of the evening. He is the throw-to guy for San Jose. Calvin Schexnayder has 5 receptions, but none have gotten into the zone.
It's almost like at the beginning of a basketball game when it's like there's cellophane over the rim. There's been cellophane in front of the goal line for Calvin Schexnayder. His 3rd game back, and he's usually a guy who'll find the end zone 4, 5, 6 times a game. He has yet to find the end zone in the 3 ball games he's been playing.
Well, heck, he scored 44 of them last season, AFL record. Against the soft net, here comes Hunky. Baker into the end zone, and he didn't give him enough room. It's that 5-yard free zone.
Well, you guys are really getting good with this stuff. You know?
Like that? And then I make up the terms too. A free zone,
the safety belt.
Safety belt.
He's within that 5-yard safety belt, which is right next to the Sun Belt, which is over by the Bible Belt.
Well, I hope we can put one in the corn belt right now.
Once again, joined by Vice President Gene Nudo of the Rattlers here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Donnie Davis with the play from head coach Danny White.
Going on 2 now. Watch right wide. Wing loop down 32 blast. On 2. Ready?
There comes that running game, Gino.
Yeah, what it is a dive play, and look for Hunky to get a blast block on the line, on the jack linebacker, number 7, Shalon Baker.
Big Mac rolling.
Was that a blast block or was that a blast block?
I hope on that replay we get a look at that because Gene Nudo was right on the money. Hunky just leveled Shalon Baker to free up Iron Mac.
Hunky Cooper comes in motion and shoves Shalon Baker up underneath the block of the onside guard.
And why don't we just give it the stinger of the game? Gene Nudo had it pegged. Hunky Cooper on the ISO cam.
Hi, how you doing, Shalon? I'm Hunky. Have we met before?
Truly Nolan, your hometown exterminator. 1st and 10 after another Big Mac run. Eddie Goings slowly in motion, now stops, and Davis looking deep. Calvin, can he get the score? No, but he did knock it out of the hands of Clifford Green, who wanted the INT.
You know, I realize Donnie probably wants to help Calvin get his first touchdown, but when you look over and Clifford Green is all you see, that's a tough ball to feed in there. I mean, Green was step for step with Calvin the whole way. Good job by Calvin of knocking that ball out late because that's an interception all the way.
How about a face mask, too?
I don't know. I didn't see a face mask there. I thought Calvin did a nice job of breaking the play up. Were you guys in San Jose last time we played these guys?
Yeah, I think we were. Yeah, you can get a few of those back and still be on the negative side of that.
It's the same
call.
crew, too.
Oh, Lord. Donnie on 2nd down, steps up from the pressure, hits Eddie Goings on the numbers. And Eddie to the 9-yard line of San Jose. 2nd reception for E.G. Eddie Goings.
You know, Gene, these are the types of plays when you watch Donnie Davis start to mature into the quarterback that you guys know he can be. These are the types of plays that really have to get you excited about him.
Well, that's a composure play. I mean, Hernandez had him by the elbow. He stepped up, and Goins ran a nice hook route and, came back for the ball a little bit. It's great.
But that's the athleticism of a Donnie Davis. You know, Cedric Bonner, one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best to ever play the game, but didn't quite have the feet that a Donnie Davis has.
That's the difference between the two. But Donnie's settled down a little bit. Donnie's not in a big hurry to run all the time now.
Calvin with the running start. Donnie, quick hitch, fires to Goins. Oh, makes the incredible catch. Loses it out of bounds, but how did he grab that with his left arm?
You know, Tom, I think the official made the right call. Although Eddie Goins never pulled that ball into his body, he had control on it, control of the ball as he held it against his hip, and then it got knocked out of bounds on the 4-yard line. I believe it's a proper call by the official. We'll take a look. Behind his back, one-handed. Even though he never brought that ball in, he had control of it against his hip. An excellent call by the official on the sidelines to give Eddie Goins that catch.
So it will be 2nd down and 3 after Eddie's third catch here in the second half, in the third quarter to be exact. Rattlers have been going to the rush inside the 5-yard line. They've got Iron Mac in the backfield. The pitch, though, to Hunky Cooper. Flying in for 6. Put some wings on Hunky Cooper, sailing in for the Arizona Rattler touchdown.
You know what I love to see, Gino? We had the blast play earlier where Hunky Cooper gets through a great block for Bob McMillan. Now it's McMillan's turn to throw a great block on the goal line. Hunky Cooper goes right over the top of his blocking back. You guys have to be so excited about how Bob McMillan's been playing for you.
Oh, Bob's really come into his own. You know, this guy's had 2 knee reconstruction surgeries. He's gone back to Chicago, reinvented himself 2 straight years, really.
Dean Felice nails the extra point. Plus, I'm told he has a minor tear in his knee once again. He's really playing with yet another knee injury.
Took a little blood out of there this past week, but you got to kill him for him not to play.
Well, with the extra point, Rattler Charities, $25 courtesy Lennar Homes. It's the 3rd rushing touchdown tonight by the hometown Rattlers.
Excuse me, Wyatt?
Yes?
Can I get a bite of that Subway foot-long sandwich?
No.
Okay.
Big appetite? Go to Subway. Our footlongs are meals in themselves with your choice of meats and veggies. They're bigger than any burger.
Stop by Subway's Sunday Yard Sale. For a limited time, get 3 regular footlong subs for only $9.99 every Sunday at Subway.
Subway, the way a really big sandwich should be.
Rattlers on top, 41-24. Hometown crowd getting fired up here at the America West Arena, and WB61 brings you these live-action heroes, the Rattlers, once again Friday, June 25th, from Music City, Nashville. Ed and I will start the festivities at 5:30 right here on the WB, the Rattlers and the Nashville Cats.
This is key right now. The captain's most dangerous off the nets.
Wow, and he catches the side of the netting, does DeFelice, and Pappin just runs out of the end zone. And a flag down.
It's going to be on Pappin. He's got to make an effort to run the ball out. He went right out the back of the end zone with it. It's going to be a half the distance penalty.
So they should mark it at the 2.5-yard line.
With illegal procedure, the receiver has to make an attempt to run out, run the kickback. Penalties half the distance.
You know, McCabe has got a bunch of laughs out of some of these calls tonight. He's giggling through half of them.
Well, I think he can hear Gene Nudo up here one step ahead of the action.
And, Gene, you know, you were around when a lot of these rules were made, and I agree with this rule. I mean, keep the game exciting. Hey, let's see if something can happen. It's one of those rules that says, hey, this game is for the fans. Let's at least try to get the ball out of the end zone.
Well, that rule and the rule that you have to hit the net on a kickoff or the ball comes out to the 20-yard line. The people came to see these monstrosities in the end zones come into use.
Wood from his own end zone steps up, fires a BB. Cecil Doggett knocks it away. Is that defender something special?
Hey, guys, up until game time, he was iffy if he was going to play tonight. Isn't it funny? It always happens like that when a guy looks like he's hurt and he comes out and plays the ball game of his life.
What do you have, a hangnail or something? I mean,
if he's
having one of the best games I've ever. I mean, listen, here's a guy who's probably going to be all arena this year, and if he's not, it's a crime. But this is the best. I mean, you don't get better defense than this. He doesn't grab the receiver from behind. He just extends that left hand. I can't believe there's anything wrong with this guy.
Third pass breakup tonight for Doggett. Short hitch. Pappin in the open field. He is struck by Darryl Rogers, the former SaberCat. Oh, it's just a crime that we've already given out our stinger of the game.
Gino, it's a lot of fun. You know, you can almost sense the players starting to feed off of this crowd. Darryl Rogers coming from his linebacker spot and just cleaning Pappin's clock. It's got to be a lot of fun with all the crowd getting into it, you know, and these players starting to feed off of it.
First reception for Pappin tonight. Amazing statistic. Wood looking for Reese. Broken up.
Boy, did Carlos Brooks.
Brooks.
No, he got away with a hold on about the 5-yard line.
I didn't see it that way, Ed.
Imagine that, Gino. You won't see it at the end of the play, but before the end of the play, before the play on the ball on about the 5-yard line, Carlos Brooks kind of had himself spun around and grabbed a hold of the jersey of Jerry Reese. The officials didn't see it, but again, you said it's the same crew that you guys had up in San Jose. They
don't see a lot of stuff, don't worry.
You tell your DBs just grab onto a jersey. Wood overthrows Tommy Jones. Mike Jones, check that, second-year player out of Trinity. Mike Jones from his fullback position.
Scissors pass.
Matt Eller was released, though, from his responsibility released. Mike Jones got into his route, and Eller made Scott Wood overthrow that, getting that 6'6" hand up in the air.
Hey, Ed, how about this crowd? I mean, is this unbelievable? Are these people into the game?
Well, the team, Gino, though, this really, like I said, this is one of those breakout games for your team. They're starting to lay the wood a little bit, starting to put the pads on some people, and I think the fans are feeding off it.
Wood on third down. Baker can't hang on.
It's an accumulation of those hits now. Yeah. Guys are starting to look around. It's a beautiful thing.
There's that crowd that Gino was alluding to, the Rattler crowd, number 1 in the AFL in attendance this year. They're loving every minute of it.
Listen. Oh, those are the feet of Cecil Doggett that Shalon Baker heard coming. You know, you can't listen for footsteps. You got to just bring that ball in.
42-yard field goal attempt by Huerta, who's already kicked a 50-yarder here tonight. They were the first 3 points of the game. From 42 yards, Huerta, wide left, and shakes off the net. And shakes down at the 1. Making the stop, Shalon Baker. So with 2:01 to go here in the third quarter, the SaberCats trailing the Rattlers 41-24 as they still are looking for their first ever win at the America West Arena. They've been shut out in their first 3 attempts. 4th game here in downtown Phoenix.
Hey, in arena ball, field goal is just like a stop. I mean, if the guy would have made it, it's no big deal. It's only 3 points.
Especially when you're leading by 17. So Donnie Davis in the Rattler offense takes over from the 1. It's Darryl Rogers who laid that hammer down on defense in motion. Pump play, Donnie goes the opposite direction. He's got Gatewood. Good by Randy. 49 yards. They don't get any longer than that.
You guys notice Randy's been a lot more productive the last 3 ball games. Danny's cut his reps down. He's not playing nearly as much. You know, he's getting 55 or 60 plays now instead of 80 or 90.
But you know, Gino, again, it goes back to Donnie Davis. He was looking to his left at Darryl Rogers on the pump fake. It wasn't there. He came back in his progression of reads and found that Randy Gatewood had beaten Kyle Gary. I tell you, Donnie Davis is really starting to become a star in this league.
So this guy's completed over 65% of his passes in his career with us.
DeFelice. Hey, Lennar Holmes cough up another $25 courtesy Rattler Charities. Richard DeFelice tacks on another, and the Rattlers once again have doubled up on San Jose. This time it's 48-24 as Randy Gatewood hauls in his second touchdown pass of the night. Rattlers pouring it on.
Coop's not respecting the ROTC.
Turn the salute.
And now he wants to outmaneuver them.
I bet we can beat you at any war game, any place, anytime.
The opposition is determined.
We've been drilling since 0500. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, Urban.
And the Cooper Corps is pathetic.
Oh, you smiling? Give me 5.
But a last-ditch ambush could save the day.
We about to win.
Hang in with Mr. Cooper.
Tonight at 11:30 on WB61 and Cox Cable Channel 6.
Ed Cunningham used to be in the rug business. I think that gentleman
Hey, what's this used to be? We're still in the rug business.
Oh, that's right.
Guy looks like Austin Powers. He's got that shag rug on his chest.
Shag, baby.
Gino, I didn't know you had relatives coming to the game tonight.
You gave him some good seats.
Donnie's really starting to pour it on here in the second half. 4 of 5, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns, 49-yard touchdown. Well, you can't throw them any further than that.
And here comes DeFelice with the Rattlers leading by 24. They've gone on a 35-7 scoring binge. Fumble, Gatewood, touchdown Rattlers! That's why in arena football they tell you never blink.
What a tough break for San Jose. I really feel bad for them. I've been living with this thing for 4 weeks.
Yeah, I bet you have. Now, Gino, I'm going to test your knowledge. What's the quickest a player has scored 2 touchdowns ever in the Arena League, time off the clock? That was 1 second, 2 touchdowns for Randy Gatewood. He has a 49-yard touchdown reception. And right here, the clock starts. 1001, he's in the end zone. 1 second off the clock, 2 touchdowns for Randy Gatewood.
It's a beautiful thing.
Not even a fumble. It just came hard off the net. And Gatewood right there to scoop it up. Part of the rewards of playing both ends in arena football and special teams. DeFelice, as the buzzer sounds in the third quarter, what a quarter it was! The Rattlers go on a 42-7 binge on San Jose and have closed out the
information that affects all of us. We're the only live, local, 24-hour radio news source. If it's happening in the Valley, in the nation, in the world, we're on it. KTAR is the place to get the latest news. And you can talk about it. Immediate, interactive. News Radio 620 KTAR, the first name in news.
Heading to the fourth quarter with the Rattlers on top 55-24. Subway's game summary. Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
Be careful. Bob McMillan might get Iron Man of the Week again. He's having another great game. Running the ball, the Rattlers have trounced the SaberCats 66 yards, averaging over 5 yards per carry. But we got to go back to that karma thing. We remember a few weeks ago when San Jose got away with a few calls. Arizona gets away with one here. Watch the spot shadow. Ball kicks off the railing behind the net. It is supposed to be called a dead ball. It comes out hot. Randy Gatewood goes in for 6. Right, Gino?
Ed, I don't see it that way.
I had a feeling you would say.
Hey, don't rule out Randy Gatewood, Friar Man. He's got an interception. He's got a couple touchdowns. He's got a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Hey, I got to go with the ex-lineman, okay? I got to stick with what works, Gino.
Spirits are soaring here as we begin the fourth quarter. DeFelice, nice airtime. Oh, and through the uprights. He splits the uprights on the kickoff for the touchback, and San Jose will take over to begin the fourth at the 5.
Hey, this quarter right now is the payback quarter. This is when you dip your helmet into their heart and find out what's in there.
You know, the defense at times this year for Doug Kay has just looked spectacular. I mean, you got guys, Cecil Doggett has really played spectacular. Maybe solidified himself as an all-arena pick tonight here. But, boy, this defense could really step it up and lay the wood to these guys like you just said.
Scott Wood, 9 of 22 here tonight, making 10 of 23 as Doggett with a little pattage on Baker. He was looking for a little wallpaper along the side.
You know, you get the sense the way these guys are playing right now, it's like who's going to make the next big play. And that's really, I think, when a team starts to turn the corner, when guys are taking turns and saying, well, look, if I can't make it, the next guy's going to make it. If he can't make it, the next guy's going to make it. It's got to look really good for you up here, doesn't it, Gino?
It looks great. They're hustling. They're making plays. We got a good pass rushing group in there right now with Ingram and Sturgis and Birch and McMillan, and those are our best.
Again, joined by Vice President of the Rattlers, Gene Nudo, up here in the booth. Tom Leander along with Ed Cunningham. Fourth quarter action, and it's Pappin. He's popped against the boards by Doggett. You're going to have to start charging these SaberCats some advertising fees because they're getting stuck on the wall.
Well, I hope they just keep trying to nickel and dime us.
Yeah, you know, I was just going to say that, Gino. Harry Juspick, the offensive coordinator for San Jose, obviously has not seen the scoreboard. Hey, guys, keep running out routes all night. Hey, Nick, take it 5 yards a pop all the way down the field. I mean, you got 13:30 to play in the fourth quarter, and you're down by 31 bones. I mean, you got to start throwing it down the field eventually.
We mentioned before that San Jose's offense has struggled, not even hitting the 40-point mark last 2 times out. And it doesn't appear like they'll get there tonight as flags are down on that first down play. The pass was completed to Baker, but again, a couple of flags hit the carpet.
Hey, is the scoreboard on San Jose's side of the field working? Can they see
Offsides,
what the score is?
Number 95 on the defense, 3-yard penalty. Repeat the first down.
I mean, there's another 3-yard out route to Steve Pappen. I'm starting to wonder if they realize what the count of this ball game is.
Well, they want Wilbur Wood over there to get his feet under him. Kerry Wood.
Kerry Wood. Oh, jeez. Driftwood. Oh.
Splintered Wood.
He goes back to the old Chicago White Sox days for Wilbur Wood.
As many
you know
times
what? Actually, that Wilbur Wood analogy is pretty darn good. He's throwing knuckleballs.
He might pitch both hands in his doubleheader.
Next, there'll be a quick pitch by Jim Cott. We could talk White Sox baseball. We'll have some time here in the fourth, Gino. Wood chased down and falls on his own volition at midfield. Hot in pursuit, Tony Henderson and Hunky Cooper.
Yeah, but the guy who got a hold of his ankle was Joe Birch, man. I'm telling you, Gino, you've had some guys really step it up tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun for these guys to watch film together tomorrow and see some of the hustle. I mean, Joe Birch, just a great engine. Beats his blocker, goes and chases down, and really, he should be credited with the tackle there. He knocked the feet out from Birchwood. Which
2nd and 1, as Wood now has been taken to the carpet 6 times tonight. The give to Derek Chachere, and he gets the first down, but the clock rolls on.
You think
San Jose is going to be looking for a new offensive coordinator?
I think Darren Arbit could hear me if I yelled across the field.
Hey, they don't need any help. They're doing fine. You know, not to change subjects, but you know, with a 31-point lead, next week we go down to Tampa, and I'll tell you, they looked unbelievable this afternoon against Orlando.
Their defense has been outstanding. They're holding teams to below 30 points a game. So Danny White will get the test, but you know, the head coach is never satisfied until that final horn ends. Wood fires, end zone, incomplete. Doggett with the coverage on Jerry Reese.
And I'll keep saying it because there he was again. Joe Birch had a big mid-out trying to get the jersey of Scott Wood. There's Joe lined up on the center, Curtis McFarland. Chachere comes in to block him, the fullback. They have just not been able to slow this guy down, and he's been able to do it for 4 quarters. I mean, here's a guy at 290 pounds. His motor's been going since the beginning whistle to the end.
Gino, tell me about the quarterback situation. We saw Mark Grieve, who did not put up good numbers last time out. San Jose used to have Ron Lopez. I was impressed with him. Gritty quarterback who's now with Portland. What happened there?
Well, Ron Lopez couldn't pass a physical in San Jose. He wound up passing the physical in Portland, and Portland signed him.
Right. Does that mean we need to talk to the San Jose doctor?
Time to rehab is what it was.
Okay. Because I thought he was just a gritty quarterback. He showed a lot of the same characteristics to me that Aaron Garcia has. Real tough customer, tough cookie who can stay in the box. Not as mobile, but he takes the hits and really was just a tough player.
Well, so what you're saying is...
Number 48 on the offense.
Holding on Chachere.
Third down.
To make it third down for San Jose. So what you're saying is San Jose doesn't have the Doug Henning effect of Gene Nudo, being able to hide guys everywhere, tuck them under pillows, places.
Well, you know, I can faith heal those guys, too. You know?
Like Miyagi, rub the hands together, get it on the knee.
San Jose looking for their first third down conversion of the night. And again, the seconds keep ticking away, trailing by 31. Wood steps up, fires a floater. Brooks has a beat on it. Interception, Carlos Brooks.
Okay, now we see why San Jose was throwing little out routes all night.
Well, that all comes from pressure, too. And you don't need sacks all the time. You got to have people around the guy. That was just a bad throw.
You know, really, that was probably the best protection Scott Wood had all night. A good job by Carlos Brooks, though. Went up to the height of his jump to pull that one down. Almost slipped out. But you're right, Gino. That does come from pressure. Scott Wood has just looked shaky the entire second half. And that goes back to the guys up front. Joe Birch, Tony Henderson, Bob McMillan. They've been in his face all night.
Well, we need a score here, because I'd like to see Chad May get some time, too. It'd be in the best interest of the team to get him on the field and make sure he gets some action.
What finally turned that around, Gino? Pass complete to Hunky. Flags are down. Hunky nearly goes into the front row. But what finally turned it around for Danny White and the coaching staff to say, all right, Donnie Davis, the ball is yours?
Well, I just think the way we played like an unsettled team for a while. And whether or not Donnie was clearly above Chad or not, it wasn't the issue as much as let's get this team on the right track and let's go with Donnie.
Well, Donnie, you know, it was kind of like that Albany game was a game that Danny said, look, this is your game. Go out and play it.
Number 55 on the defense.
Hernandez called for offsides, but it was almost like that was the game that Danny said, all right, this is your ball club, Donnie. Go out and prove it. And he did. He had a nice game up in Albany.
But I want to make it clear that, you know, Chad May is working his butt off every day. He's a very smart guy. He's learned this game. And I feel very comfortable if, you know, if he had to play. Donnie's doing a great job.
Now.
I'm happy Donnie's doing
the screen right to the fullback. On two.
Screen to the fullback.
Look for McMillan. He's going to block the end and then peel off and catch the screen.
He has Tucker as his tight end.
What's your prediction? How many yards?
Oh, and Hunky jumped off. No flag. Screenplay to McMillan.
Get off of him, you little guy.
Shalon Baker is kind of
I like the way you edited that, you little guy.
He is kind of a pesky gnat out there, isn't he?
Little screenplay that both teams have been using quite a bit. This time it goes to the fullback, Bob McMillan. Lets McFarland rush. Oh, Darren Kenny just couldn't quite get in front of that little gnat.
135-pound guy tackles Bob McMillan. How does that figure?
Think he'll take some heat tomorrow in film for that?
He's taking some now.
He doesn't have to wait for tomorrow. We got Gene right here.
Good hard count. Donnie's doing a good job. You know, that's like having another offensive lineman up there with the hard count.
And you know what I like? You know, we've been listening to him all night. When he goes into the huddle, the first thing he says is, guys, on two, don't jump. Calls the play, on two, don't jump. So it gets you alert right away because as an offensive lineman, you do start to get into a little rhythm, go on one quite a bit. You got to be reminded not to jump.
Well, coming off the San Jose penalty, the Rattlers will have it on 1st and 2. 6th penalty of the night whistled against the SaberCats. Nearing the 9-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Shakes in and out of his hands.
Gino, could they have got Shalon Baker maybe for being out of the box there?
Sure looked like it.
Yeah, he looked like he drifted out of that 5-yard box for linebackers. Maybe the referee's starting to feel a little sorry for how San Jose's being treated.
They got no reason to feel sorry for anybody. Two teams out there playing as hard as they can. The personality's got to be taken out of it. I mean, I hired most of these officials. Obviously, it did me no good last time we played them.
Well, that shows us your personnel skills. Obviously didn't check many of their references.
2nd and 2. Donnie pumps. Long ball. Calvin can't catch up to it.
Got his feet caught up there with Tommy Jones as he was trying to come out of his break. The lineman down.
That's the former ASU Sun Devil, Ken Talanoa. And he comes limping
to the wrong sideline. Did he hit in the head?
He's coming to the Rattlers sideline, you know.
Hey,
he went to ASU.
The other side. Taking a little shot at ASU there, Tommy?
You know, a lot of Rhodes Scholars coming out of there. All right, we'll take a break here. 7:51 to go in the 4th quarter. Oh, this game's just rolling right along, isn't it? Rattlers, they're rolling, leading by 31.
Hey! Excuse me, Wyatt?
Yes?
Can I get a bite of that Subway foot-long sandwich?
No.
Okay.
Big appetite? Go to Subway. Our footlongs are meals in themselves with your choice of meats and veggies. They're bigger than any burger.
Stop by Subway's Sunday yard sale. For a limited time, get 3 regular footlong subs for only $9.99 every Sunday at Subway.
Subway, the way a really big sandwich should be.
Right now at the Room Store, get store-wide savings and get no interest and no payments till June 2000 on every item at every room. Save on living rooms, including leather and reclining, bedrooms, including Bassett, dining rooms, including Douglas, and every Sealy and Simmons bedding set in every size and every firmness. Save on this 7-piece living room with sofa, love seat, cocktail table, 2 end tables, and 2 lamps, only $7.97. This casual 7-piece living room, only $9.97. Or this designer 7-piece living room, only $13.97. Don't miss store-wide savings. No interest, no payments till June 2000, only at the Room Store.
At the Room Store.
All right, Lennar Homes with a To The House report. Discover the value advantage of Lennar Homes, and the Rattlers going to the house a lot more frequently than San Jose here tonight.
And 4 turnovers by San Jose. Scott Wood, fumbled a snap, couple of interceptions, has not had a spectacular night. But it's good to see, still here with Gene Nudo, the Vice President of Player Personnel, but it's still good to see, Gino, that your team has taken those turnovers and done something with them tonight.
16,000, excuse me, Gino, as we take a look at the crowd. 16,303 packing in to the America West Arena. Number one in attendance, the Rattlers and their fans and those four dudes with the froze.
Man, I tell you, I'd kiss every one of them right now. I'm so happy that this crowd turned out. Their energy really helped.
Hey, start with Tom. Start to your left,
There's
please.
a problem, Gino. They wouldn't let you kiss them.
That's true. I'm just trying to say I'm happy, okay?
I love you, man.
What? No, now. Let me ask you, would you kiss him?
No.
Come on. Be honest.
Oh, look at this. Oh, I don't think he played volleyball.
He's got the 5-head going, too.
Oh.
Watch out. Those spike things will pop that.
Look at the froze on the down markers. They are everywhere.
Okay, the pro guys have taken over the arena.
They have their own website, I'm told. That's a rat tail waiting to happen.
They got one guy with a white fro said he had an allergic reaction to milk. I swear to God.
There he is.
There he is.
That doesn't look like that's the only thing he had an allergic reaction to.
Who's got the time, by the way, to put the face and the fro on the down marker? Donnie Davis, he goes down. And it is the man who was down on the field before we left, Ken Talanoa. I guess Kenny's feeling okay now.
He faked it.
Yeah, that's the old pump fake. Oh, I'm hurt, and then he goes 100 miles an hour the next play. Donnie looking downfield, Darren Kenny fighting with Talanoa. Talanoa just reaches right around Darren Kenny to get a hold of that jersey.
That's only the second sack allowed by the Arizona Rattlers, and they are number one in the league in fewest sacks allowed. But Talanoa snuck in there.
Now, I hate to jinx you here, Gino, but there's one way Steve Pappen has not scored in his Arena Football League career. Do you know how that is?
I don't want to talk about it.
On a missed field goal return.
58-yard attempt comes up a couple yards short. Here comes Pappen.
All right.
How about Mark Tucker, 300 pounds, running him down from the inside out?
Tucker even had a scoring touchdown a couple weeks ago in Houston.
First one ever. Pop Warner, high school, USC, the Cardinals, anywhere.
Flag football?
Oh, you know what? You know what, though? Remember, he was an American Gladiator, Rebel. Remember, they had that football thing.
He scored on that one.
I think he scored on that one. Mike Adamley.
Not hard to do.
Didn't see that in his career statistics, though, in the media guide.
They got to list that in the media guide. His statistics as Rebel.
We'll talk to Brett Bender. 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Kyle Gary. Oh, wow. Darryl Rogers applying the drywall.
When they come out to fix this, to take the field up for the WNBA, they may find somebody stuck behind that room store sign.
That's the second stick of the night. Oh, Wood takes one in the face on the snap. But San Jose recovers. Oh, it's getting ugly for the SaberCats. Right in the mug. This is a replay that we're going to want to see at least 2 times over.
If I'm Darren Arbett, I'm going up to the official and saying, hey, guys, could you speed the clock up a little bit? You know what, though?
Oh, it's off the shoulder pad.
You know what, though? He gave the center the foot. When he raises the foot, it says, I'm ready for the snap. And he never watched the center.
I'd have liked to see that ball stick in his face mask.
Well, Wood somewhat redeems himself with the completed pass to Shalon Baker. But now the clock rolls underneath the 5.5-minute mark.
For those people who don't remember what happened in San Jose a few weeks ago, there was 3 horrendous calls at the end of the game that went against the Rattlers. So you don't mind pouring a little salt in it. But you guys sent the film to the officials of those plays. You sent it to the league office. Did you ever get a response back from them?
Sure. You get responses, and what are they going to say? They're going to say that we blew a call, we blew a couple calls. I mean, they're not going to give it back to you. The whole purpose of us sending the cut up of that is to help let these guys get better and let them view their thing with a TV copy rather than sideline and end zone.
What did they say about Ed's commentary? pass is batted down by Mark Tucker. Did they ever?
Let's get off of Ed for a second. Get back on Gino. Let's be honest, Gino. You wanted to show them how bad they messed up. Come on.
Sure you did. I'm trying to do what's for the good of the league. Right?
I realize that, but you still wanted them to see how bad they messed up, right?
They want to know who the color guy was. And I said
his phone number is
Eller with the sack. Matt Eller, who already has a touchdown reception here tonight, now registers the sack of Scott Wood.
Eller's lucky that he caught Scott Wood a half a yard before the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been credited with the sack. He just would have been credited with a tackle. But good hustle by Matt Eller.
So the Rattlers, who went the first 5 weeks without a sack, now registered 4 in the last 2. Wood on third down. Shalon Baker, touchdown, San Jose.
9 yards for the touchdown.
Well, you're still up 25, so, I guess you can't be that upset.
Well, I mean, the rules are all geared to offense, okay? People are going to score.
And you can see San Jose rushing onto the field as the clock continues to tick, even after the touchdown pass. They won't stop it till it hits the 1-minute mark. Huerta remains perfect on point afters in 1999. But San Jose is coming up quite a bit short of the Rattlers. 3:10 to go here in the contest. Despite the Shalon Baker touchdown reception, Rattlers firmly in hand of this one, 55-31.
I just got one of those new websites.
You sell bait. Why do you need a website?
Well, it gives folks a chance to check out our different lures, flies, and tackle.
You still sell worms, don't you?
30 different kinds. You know, US West Decks built my website and then drives customers to it with a link from uswestdecks.com Internet Yellow Pages.
Nice boat. You just get it?
Yeah, pulled in some new business.
Now we have even more tools to build your business. US West Decks.
I've got something to show you. I've got something to show you.
Rattlers eyeing their third consecutive win, leading 55-31. They'll play their next 3 on the road and then return back to the America West Arena Monday, a Monday night game, July 12th against the Florida Bobcats and their head coach Bruce Hardy, the former assistant of the Arizona Rattlers. Don't forget, it's an early start, 6 o'clock on Monday night, July 12th. For tickets, you can call the Rattlers, 514-TD-TD, or Dillard's at 480-503-5555. They're now instituting those new area codes. Onside kick, and Darryl Rogers right there to gobble it up for the Rattlers, who will take over at the 11-yard line.
You know, you guys can't complain about area codes.
Chad May getting set to make his debut this evening.
If I want to call my next door neighbor in LA, I got to dial 1310 before I dial his number.
You know what? You deserve LA.
Donnie came out in the second half. He was 10 of 20 in the first half. Played well in the second quarter, not so well in the first, and really had himself a great half, and he takes the bench, and now Chad May gets to come in on relief duty. And if you're Donnie Davis, you like seeing Chad May come under these circumstances, not the way it happened a few weeks ago.
So Chad May in and scores to Calvin Schexnayder. His first touchdown reception of 1999. Oh, little love that Calvin has for Chad May. You think Cal's going to say something to Donnie Davis?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Donnie, I've been open all night.
And I took the backup guy to get me my first touchdown. And it has been a while since we've heard this played over the PA at America West Arena.
Oh, Mayday put it in there, too.
Oh, I don't think there's ever been any question about Chad May's arm strength. 240 pounds. He's got a rocket strapped to his shoulder.
That's why I like him. Everybody asks who's the skinny guy standing next to me.
DeFelice boots it through. Another $25 to Rattler Charities, courtesy Lennar Homes. Calvin Schexnayder, last year's AFL Offensive Player of the Year, makes his first touchdown reception of 1999 in game number 7.
Hey, Tom, do you think Lennar Homes had any idea how many points were scored in the Arena League before they decided to give $25 on every field goal?
We didn't tell them.
Yeah, the average game's about 14 to 10.
Yeah.
Typically.
Want to see if that contract's renewed next year.
Grinding it out.
It's, 3 yards in a cloud of dust in the Arena Football League.
Hey, don't forget that the Phoenix Mercury will be making their debut here at the America West Arena on Monday, and then on the WB Saturday, June 19th, 1 week from tonight, as they host the Cleveland Rockers at 7 o'clock on the WB.
Gino, I heard they got this new hotshot play-by-play guy to do those Mercury games.
Really?
Yeah. Some guy they brought in from the outside, Leander or...
That's him right there, that guy with the pro.
The Mercury's going to have a great team. We share offices with them. And they got a wonderful assistant coach, Howie Landa. Oh, this guy is a piece of work.
From Las Vegas. He's probably good friends with Hunky Cooper.
He brings the Krispy Kremes in every day.
Yeah, us East Coast guys know all about the Krispy Kreme.
How about Richard DeFelice?
Even the kicker's jacked up.
Man, the testosterone is boiling over tonight.
Now, I think the biggest difference tonight for the Arizona Rattlers, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys went away from the house brew and you're now serving Starbucks in the locker room. Because there's a lot of guys hopped up on the bean tonight, Gino.
Man, I couldn't believe it.
You're serving double, triple lattes or something, whatever, in the locker room instead of the regular house brew.
We don't know about that. We're in Phoenix. You live in L.A., okay? We don't know about these double lattes and all this stuff.
There's Shake, 6 receptions tonight for Calvin.
Sure, he went to the locker room with the ball.
Yeah, put that one in his locker, save that as memento. First touchdown catch after 44 last season. Woods pass, knocked down by Kelvin Ingram.
Ingram almost palmed that ball, brought it in for an interception.
Kelvin's still looking for his first sack this year after registering 4 last year with Orlando, helping to lead them to the Arena Bowl title. They had that nice article on Kelvin today in the paper talking about his acting debut on Any Given Sunday with Al Pacino, Cameron Diaz.
Hanging with Al, how about it?
I know. How about hanging with Cameron Diaz?
I'd rather hang with Al.
Yeah. Is that the way you see it?
Okay, Gene, it's been great having you in the booth. Beat it.
Hey, Gino, to steal a line from you, I don't see it that way.
Yeah, he knows his wife's at home watching this game.
Well, we've hit the 1 minute mark, 59 seconds to be exact. Danny White looking to pick up yet another win, 3rd all-time winningest coach in the Arena Football League.
That's the face we expect, Tom, that kind of sourpuss from Danny early in the second quarter.
He's giggling inside so much.
Hey, it showed her in the second quarter. He let one slip out, and we caught it on film.
I don't know who's smiling more, Danny White or Todd Shell, who is up in the bird's nest, probably on his way down. Jerry Reese sticks it into the face of Henderson, who now sticks it back in the face of Reese. And these two teams that are arch rivals continue their dialogue, even though the final outcome has been determined.
Hey, Gene, what are the chances we could get rid of this 1 minute timing rule for the last 53 seconds? Go back to the running clock.
Didn't have to smear the queer rule?
I don't know.
Oh, how about Stevie Pappin with the touchdown catch? He's got some numbers to still put up.
Hey, he's a quality player. He's probably the most explosive player in the league.
Came into the game with 5 touchdown receptions, and there's Todd Shell. He's actually up on the big screen. You're pointing at the wrong monitor. Todd Shell has made his way back down to the Rattlers bench, the former San Jose head coach.
I thought we were doing radio.
You've done that. You've done everything this year, but Steve Pappin, 6th touchdown reception of the season.
San Jose got rid of Titus Dixon, who was a heck of a ball player for him. And, then you look at a guy like Steve Pappin, you start to maybe think, well, this guy's probably better.
I think Stevie's a better player. Titus Dixon was a good receiver within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. He couldn't really get down the field that well.
San Jose for the 2-point conversion. Smothered. Scott Wood.
Kelvin Ingram.
First sack. They give him a sack on the 2-point conversion?
Nope.
Unfortunately not for Kelvin. There's Todd Shell watching his former team, the San Jose SaberCats, get pasted here tonight at the America West Arena. 62-37. San Jose still trying to get to that 40-point mark. Rattlers will try and run out the clock when we come back. Seconds to go. Here to the final buzzer.
Hey, you know, Tom, one thing that the Rattlers have to be careful about here, they have to win by more than 5 points to avoid a tiebreaker. So, you know, they got to make sure with 48 seconds left. I'm sorry. Trying to make a little drama.
Yeah, but we never dreamed the game would be at this. You know, you come into a game knowing you got to do it by 5 points. That adds pressure to you.
Right.
Rattlers anticipating yet another onside kick by Huerta. Oh, he rolls this one to the 10-yard line. Scooped up there by Eddie Goins. That ball never left the turf.
That looks a lot like Gino with his Big Bertha driver.
And he'll be hitting. There's Scott Wood. 2 sacks tonight. Hit to the turf 8 times. A couple interceptions and a fumble. And don't forget that snap to the helmet. Not a pretty night.
And I think some of the Rattlers picked on him when they got up, too. Made fun of him, maybe.
They called him bad names. No, not the Rattlers. A class organization.
Well, it all starts at that top. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's true.
We're good front
It actually
runners.
starts at the top and gets better as it trickles down. 77 points, the all-time single-game scoring record for the Rattlers. And take a couple of quick hits here. Scott May! Oh! Chad May to Calvin Schexnayder. 2 passes by Chad May and 2 scoring strikes to Shakes. Calvin is taking Chad May out for dinner following tonight's ball game. 2nd touchdown catch for Shakes this season, both courtesy of Chad May.
Well, Chad learned very quickly when he got to the Rattlers, there's one guy you want to keep happy as your receivers, and it's number 8, I guess. But Calvin, as open as he's been all night on both of the touchdowns that Chad May has found, Donnie Davis tried to fire in a couple fade routes early to Calvin where he just wasn't open, but those 2 routes by Calvin were perfect, and he was wide open on both.
DeFelice, left foot is getting tired. The right foot of Richard DeFelice might fall off before the evening's out. 69-37, Chad May steps in here in the 4th quarter. 2 of 2, 21 yards, 2 touchdowns, all the yardage and the scores going to that man, Calvin Schexnayder.
That's pretty good quarterback rating.
Yeah, Tony Henderson at fullback the last 2 series.
Well, when you're up by this much, you're able to get some guys some work, correct?
Absolutely. Well, we got 3 very solid fullbacks. You know, Jason Pahopic didn't play tonight. He's nursing a bit of an ankle. But, you know, Bo Kelly's been a very good player for us for a long time.
Shake still remains that popular player, signing the autographs even before the game's over. The next couple games for the Arizona Rattlers. Next 3 brought to you by the Phoenix Airport Hilton at Tampa. Talked about that. And then on the WB in Nashville against the Cats. And their hot quarterback Andy Kelly, June 25th, 5:30 start here on the WB. And then off to the beautiful state of Oregon, Portland and the Forest Dragons, July 2nd. So again, the Rattlers in the midst of 4 of 5 on the road, this being their only home stop during that 5-week stretch.
It's in the penalty box there.
DeFelice, after kicking one over the net, off the net, into the hands of Pappen. Stevie Pappen looking for his 5th touchdown return on a kickoff. Gets to the 20, a 23-yard return overall for Steve Pappen. Again, he came into this game #1 all-purpose yardage player in the Arena League, averaging over 210 yards per game. 113 return yards for Papin here tonight.
This has been the longest minute of my life.
He has broken that 200-yard barrier. He actually had that streak going. 24 straight games of 200 yards plus all-purpose, and that ended 2 weeks ago. Scott Wood, the drifter, the driftwood, untouched into the end zone.
I would say that was a little miscommunication between Papin and his quarterback Wood.
So it appears, to San Jose's credit, they're playing it down to the end, as we are too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Tick.
No, you guys haven't let off one bit.
San Jose will move to 0-4 here at the America West Arena.
Tony Henderson just got absolutely tackled by Mike Jones. If the official wouldn't have called that one, Gino, I might have come out of the booth to have a talk with him. Tony's playing linebacker now. He went from fullback to linebacker. Does a great swim move on Mike Jones up the middle, and Jones has no option but to tackle him as he goes by. Right in the middle of your screen, watch Jones with the left arm. 2 points, San Jose for the takedown. 1 point for the reversal for Tony Henderson.
Well, Jones wanted to play with us. He's out of Trinity in Illinois. Leslie Frazier, former Chicago Bear, was his coach. Leslie was calling me all the time about him, but obviously Leslie didn't spend any time with him on his blocking skills.
25 ticks left in this one. Rattlers coming into the game, averaging 54 points per game, number 2 in the league, and that average will jack up with their 69 here tonight. Wood to Kyle Gary.
And look who's picking himself up off the turf thanks to Joe Birch again, Scott Wood.
Gary could not make the catch, and Wood down for the 9th time on the turf.
Boy, Joe Birch really gave him a shot. You know, his feet were planted. He's lucky he didn't break a leg. Oh.
Well, Joe got knocked down by Poulavati, so he really didn't have much choice if he wanted to continue his rush to go low. But Joe Birch and Scott Wood have gotten very intimate tonight.
Brings back shades of Aaron Garcia, who was part of that tag team effort when Iowa was here. Ooh, nearly a face mask there as Carlos Brooks trying to get a hold of Jerry Reese, but a flag down at the 15-yard line with 11 seconds to go. Scott Wood, in his 3rd stint with San Jose, he's been waived once, retired once.
The high motion man on the offense was downfield, 3-yard penalty, repeat the 3rd down.
But Wood may want to retire again following this one. Rough outing, but amazing too the fact that he really has been brought back twice by the team.
Well, you know, you can say all you want about his performance, but he hadn't got a whole lot of help up front either.
Oh, absolutely not.
You know, a lot of the blame usually falls on the quarterback's shoulder, but it takes everyone on that field to make him look good, and the guys up front have not blocked real well for him tonight.
Quarterback gets too much blame and too much credit also sometimes.
Well, not a lot of pressure there that time for Wood, who again floats one over his intended receiver.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to back up my assessment that he may still want to retire after this one. We were trying to go easy on Mark Ream, and also trouble with the snap, and we've seen this before.
Once again. Scott, the ball comes from the guy right in front of you.
Oh, please. Somebody shoot the ball.
It's a big Tongan guy. It's a big Tongan guy by the name of Sai Poulavati. He's a teammate of yours, number 91.
Number 66 on the offense. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Remains 4th down.
There's Sai Poulavati.
I mean, how can you miss him? You can't even see the official standing in front of him.
So where does San Jose go from here? Well, they'll be home next Saturday against the Florida Bobcats. They will try and pick up the pieces from this one. Oh. And yet we still have 4 seconds left.
Starting to do nap jerks over here. Getting a little neck workout, dozing off over here.
Yeah, anything to say in defense of Scott Wood on that?
No, I just want to say how proud I am of the Rattlers tonight. This game meant an awful lot to us.
Yep.
And guys really rose to the occasion.
Hey, Gino, thanks for coming along. We had a great time here in the second half. Always fun having you. I know a lot of your family was here tonight. Thanks for taking the time and coming up and chewing the fat a little bit with us.
Yeah, I love it. And, again, appreciate everybody out there that supports us. And we're going to try to bring it home.
Hey, Gino's family were the 16,000 plus here at the America West Arena. Don't forget, he'll be at the turnstiles kissing everybody goodnight. Tony Henderson! Good night, Rattlers! Tony Henderson takes it home on the final play from scrimmage. All that's left.
You know, you can't blame Danny White for running it up. I mean, it's a toss play. You have to get positive yardage for the clock to run out. So you really can't blame Danny White for running up the score. I mean, he's got not his second string, not his third string, but his fourth string fullback, who's not even a fullback, in Tony Henderson in the game. So that's just the Rattlers outplaying San Jose from start to finish tonight.
DeFelice to put the ribbon on this one. And the ribbon is a little askew. Nonetheless, there is the cannon, Darren Arbit. Not pleased with his team's performance here tonight as the Rattlers wallop his San Jose SaberCats 75-37, and it was payback time following that 54-50 loss in San Jose earlier this season. So the Rattlers win streak moves to 3 in a row, and San Jose has dropped 3 straight. Final score from the America West Arena, 75-37. We will wrap this one up right after this on the WB.
Welcome to Cost Cutters. How can we make your hair look great today?
Is your look,
At Cost Cutters, the look you want is the look you'll get.
It's your look.
So visit Cost Cutters today and tell us, how can we make your hair look great? Cost Cutters, your look, your way.
I quit smoking here, and it was supposed to last for the rest of my life. Turned out I needed a cigarette, blip, and blip, 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 blip. Yeah, I blew it. But I quit again. This time for a day, no blip, and another, until now I'm getting it. It's blipping amazing.
The bakery at Fry's proudly offers award-winning Pane Provencio breads, including roasted garlic Parisian. It's great with Italian food or for homemade garlic bread. Pan Biggio is also known as country Italian and makes a great bread for dipping. Peasant rye is superb with your favorite cheeses or with smoked salmon. So look for all-natural, fresh Pane Provencio breads this week when you shop at Fry's.
There's not a store today that can take me away from my Fry's.
Cellular One was one of the first to bring you a cell phone. We'll be the first to bring it to everyone.
Dad, EJ, 170 million. That's a record. Think it's going to change you?
Absolutely not. E.J. Tucker's never been about money. E.J. Tucker's never played for money, and money will not change E.J. Tucker not one iota.
Say, is that a Bud Light?
Oh, yeah, it's last one.
Oh, yeah? Well, what do you say I give you $1 million for?
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
What do you want for that watch?
During Adventure 99, you can lease a Dodge Durango for only $349 a month. Or if you buy a Dodge Caravan, get your choice of a $1,000 cash allowance or a vacation package worth up to $1,800 at the new Universal Studios Islands of Adventure theme park in Orlando, Florida. Or a vacation package at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's the adventure of a lifetime, and we have the rides to prove it. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Arizona Rattlers Arena Football has been brought to you by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. Bank of America, put your life in motion. Cellular One, voted Arizona's #1 wireless company 2 years in a row by readers of Arizona Business Magazine. Your Arizona Dodge dealers, setting the standard in product quality and customer service. Fry's Foods, where they treat you like a VIP. Cost Cutters Family Hair Care Shop. Your look, your way. Tobacco Education Prevention Program. Call the Arizona Smokers Helpline. And by Gila River Casinos, Arizona's biggest and best.
In front of over 16 grand here at the America West Arena, the Rattlers put a whooping on the San Jose SaberCats, and they moved to 4-0 at home this season. Tonight we toast Randy Gatewood as the Rattlers Budweiser Outstanding Player of the Game. He did a little bit of everything.
He could have got Iron Man. He could have got MVP, name it. 2 catches, both of them for touchdowns. He had the 49-yarder from Donnie Davis, an interception, a fumble recovery, and then the kick off the net goes in for the touchdown. It was a huge night for Randy Gatewood.
You talked about it, the kickoff going off the net, really off the railing as well. They call it a fumble recovery, even though San Jose never put their mitts on it. And Gatewood, that was following the 49-yard touchdown reception, and the Rattlers just started to run away with this.
It got ugly in the third quarter, and a lot of that had to do with Donnie Davis. Here we see the 49-yarder he threw to Randy Gatewood. Only one pass incomplete, all in the second half by Donnie Davis. A great half by Donnie.
The Rattlers were leading by 10 at the half, 27-17, and then they just turned on the Jets. 48-20, they outscore San Jose in the second half. In the last 3 quarters, they had 9 touchdowns overall in the last 3 quarters. They really turned it on following that first quarter. Our next TV game here on the WB61 coming at you June 25th from Nashville. Rattlers and the Cats, 5:30 start on Friday, June 25th, once again right here on the WB. And then they are back home Monday, July 12th. Early start on that Monday night, 6 o'clock against Bruce Hardy, the former Rattlers assistant coach, and his Florida Bobcats. But tonight, like I said, a whooping of the SaberCats, 75-37. Rattlers move to 5-2 on the season. San Jose falls to 4-4. Arizona now has won 3 in a row. My thanks to Director Dan Siekman, producer Scott Rogers, Dave Griffin on stats, and of course, my man in the booth, Ed Cunningham. And how about our 2 visitors, Jason Kidd.
Not bad.
Gene Nudo.
Okay.
We needed some help in the final minutes to finally put a wrap on this one. From the America West Arena, Rattlers 75-37. They take over first place in the West. Tom Leander saying so long from downtown Phoenix.